Yeah, yeah. Uh, Riding through my city with my motherfucking top down. Bitch, I'm feeling legendary. Riding through the city, everybody know my name now. Bitch, I'm feeling legendary. I got a Megan Good and a Holly Berry. We both off in the kitchen whipping culinary. They handle business like my secretary. And they ass fat looking like Mary. Yes, falling hard, nigga, March Madness. Middle finger to my exes, but you could've had this. I'm in the coop, about to scoop my nigga savage. In the patch, nigga, counting up the cabbage. Riding to the city with my motherfucking top down. Bitch, I'm feeling legendary. Riding to the city, everybody know my name now. Bitch, I'm feeling legendary. Riding to the city with my motherfucking top down. Bitch, I'm feeling legendary. Riding to the city, everybody know my name now. Bitch, I'm feeling legendary. Shout out to my OG, Scotty Mac. Show me how to shake them hoes that get attached. Show me how to roll a doobie, strike the match. Stick to your paper, nigga, like the tag. Yes, sir. It's still Mr. Rocker, break him off proper. Nowadays, nigga feeling like the Godfather. Damn. Mr. Trey Vito, with Italian bitches about to fly up to Rio. Tryna cha-cha with some sexy Latino. Roll another one, make it fat like burritos. What you got up on my 40, homie? Keep playing with me, boy, I got the 40 on me. I said we bout to take flight. Blow 100 grand, make it back the same night. I'm in the coop, bout to scoop my nigga night. We plumbing out your bitch, laying down the new pipe, nigga. Riding to the city with my motherfucking top down. Bitch, I'm feeling legendary. Riding to the city, everybody know my name now. Bitch, I'm feeling legendary. Riding to the city with my motherfucking top down. Bitch, I'm feeling legendary. Riding to the city, everybody know my name now. Bitch, I'm feeling legendary.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another VitoVerse Live. What's going on with everybody? I got my two co-hosts here with me, SandStorm and Nautical Youth. What's going on with y'all?
I'm trying to figure out what the heck Sandstorm is right now. He's not his usual background.
He's in
I
space.
am I am in an undisclosed location with uh
He's in
with
space.
some people. Yeah, I'm out here.
He he's in a different galaxy right now. He went over to remember on Ahsoka, they went to a whole
Yeah.
nother galaxy.
R- real
That's where he
talk.
went. He followed the
Real,
what
real
the
talk. This
space
ain't even really
winds.
me, just so y'all know, because I usually have a hat, and I ain't even got a hat. So
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
like, what the
Yeah.
heck?
It's his force
yeah,
projection.
Look, I
yeah.
had to do. Look, I had to do a double take. I was like, wait, what the? You should see my reaction.
Yeah, yep. So what's going on with everybody, man? So we had an interesting week last week. Last week was Star Wars celebration in Japan. We will talk about that. We have also had some Disney news as far as their live action. Some live action got canceled because of the failing of Snow White. That was a
Not a
bomb.
surprise.
I'm not surprised.
Minecraft, yeah, no, that was they trashed it, and it's mainly because of the main actors. But we'll get into that. And then I see that Lilo and Stitch movie that's still set to come out, but I haven't heard too much about anybody doing the foolishness at Minecraft still. The Minecraft movie or whatever. So maybe that's calmed down. Maybe they've learned their lesson. Maybe somebody got punched.
I highly doubt it.
Hopefully not. But hey, look, you play too much and during people's hard-earned money. They paid hard-earned money to get up in a show, and you up here playing. I wouldn't doubt somebody got dealt with, but that's neither here or there. But yeah, so we got some things to talk about. Ryan Coogler, shout out to him. Hats off to him. We're gonna talk about him and his success with the Sinners movie. So we'll talk about that. But first, let's get into our icebreaker for today, which is what are you currently watching? So I'm gonna start off with Noodle.
Well, as for me, I'm not. As for me, this mostly I'm in my anime section, but we're not going to be talking about that. That's for the Nami, so I'll keep that.
You can
Yeah.
still say it though. You can still say it.
Um.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's something
Right
you're
now, the
watching.
only things I've been watching are the Brilliant Healer in the Shadows, and also let's see, Killing Science for 300 Years season 2. So I'm watching those two right now. But not on my free time. But mostly I've been playing more Xenoblade Chronicles X. So I just got to chapter 5 just now.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just finished. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm in the next spot. Other than that, like I said, all last week I've been watching Obadiah basically. So his birthday's already been done. Because Lord, this kid had
Yep.
presents. Yep.
Shout out to
And he's
Ben.
over
Shout
with
out to
his yeah,
Ben.
Ben's over with his Gigi's house right now. So the weekend, so I actually have finally freedom to play games and relax and
Hmm.
everything else.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm in a nice spot. So also to throw in another little tidbit, I'm actually now using the stream of Twitch as well. So if you guys are on Twitch want to chat in there, please be my guest. So we have both now. We have YouTube, Twitch, and also X up and running. So,
All right. All right. Yeah, I got to get all that hooked
yeah.
up and everything. I still haven't got my ex hooked up to this. So, shout out to my two co-hosts for streaming this on X. So, all my X watchers that's watching it right now, thank you for looking at this. Thank you to the co-host
Yep.
for holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Until I figure this out. Uh, but yeah, yeah. And Twitch, I got to get back on Twitch because I have not hooked up the account for that. So hopefully I'll get that this weekend. Matter of fact, I was messing around with this before we got on and stuff, and I was like, "There's some stuff I didn't know I could do." So I'm gonna be doing some things and messing around with this stuff, but also too, for the other channels as well, especially with the Vito Variants where I do my video game stuff. Well, it ain't just video game stuff; it's literally everything. So I have like this imaginary
Mm-hmm.
mind and my mind goes off and I have ideas for videos, that's where the video
Hmm.
variance comes in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where I'm going to be just throwing random, like the most random things you can think of. So, hey, if you haven't already, the link is in the description. Go check those channels out, as well as the Sandstorm Show and Notable Yui's channel, because we are there every Saturday for the Sandstorm and every other Friday for the No. Oh, I was about to say Noto. I was
The
about to say
Noto, for the
Notoverse. I
Notoverse.
literally was
The
about to.
Notoverse.
I was about to say
Yo,
Notoverse.
I don't know. Tempted.
Hey, that should be your variant. That should
Yeah,
be your second
I'm thinking
channel.
about it.
Hey man,
The funny thing about it,
I just made
I was thinking for a chicken channel because of all my games and stuff. So I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, that might be an idea right there. But Noonami. So, Sandstorm, what are you currently engaging in with visuals?
I just jumped back into Wheels of Time, season 3. That's moving. It's
You know,
yeah,
a little something, you know, little
yeah,
powers and things.
some stuff going down in the show.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. That last season, they switched out that one dude, the weird
the other
dude,
dude,
with the dark. Yeah, I'm like, dang, cuz y'all did that mid-season like that.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that either. I don't know if he was going through some controversy or something like that.
You know what? He might have though. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it was just weird. It was just a random switch, but I definitely love that last episode though, when he blew the horn. Pause. And you know, the little ghosts and stuff like that. That was hard. I like that.
So watching that, since Noto said a little of his anime stuff, watching Daima, so powering through that.
Oh, okay.
That's the main stuff that I'm watching, and then you know, Devil May Cry finally came out, so been checking that out, and actually, I'm actually liking that. You know, it's.
Hey, you like that 90s feel to it, huh?
I was I was pleasantly surprised because they don't go like tit for tat with the actual like video game, but like the stuff that they did put in, like it works out. Like so I'm liking it, and I like the fact that they got Limp Bizkit on the intro joint.
Yeah.
All right, I'm so.
That's what I said. 90s feel like a mug.
I'm sold. All right, yeah, because that's one of those animes I need to actually watch. I've been kind of like put it on hold for a minute, but also the same time as I'm doing with Guilty Gear.
Yeah, I didn't realize. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it is though. It's Adam, who the Black Ranger, who who's the voice for Dante.
No. Okay. We're talking about maybe young Dante, maybe, but I know he does a voice for Nero.
Well, I meant in the show.
The show. If it's the show, then I think so. I believe so.
Yeah, I think I seen a little piece of him.
Yeah, look that one up. Hold on.
I can't remember what his actual name is, but
yo, I didn't know he didn't have. Look, yo, like this is the most crazy thing. I know it's random, but I didn't know like his finger was missing during the part. Like his middle finger got cut off. I didn't know that. Then they showed him like he was like that on Trini, and then I was like,
look, I didn't notice until remember that Disney show Brink. Yeah, I noticed it when I saw Brink. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's wild. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I can't hear.
And it was like, you know, I guess a young situation. I don't know. I think he talks about it somewhere on the YouTube channel. Because they have...
young Bosch is actually Dante. Yep.
Yep.
Man, he's been making
moves. Is that the same dude?
Yeah, it's the same dude does Ichigo.
Yeah. I'm like, dang, you were because like I caught the Ichigo voice, but I'm like, but it wasn't until I seen the Instagram thing of it, and I was like, yo, that's him.
Yep,
he's playing all of these guys.
Oh yeah, he's
yeah, that's wild.
I gotta give him credit where it's due. He's been making moves.
Yeah,
mostly in the anime.
Yeah, that's like the girl from different worlds and stuff playing like every black cartoon characters, stuff like Susie and the girl from Girl Next Door and all that. Yeah, and all that. And then what's crazy is I think the biggest I had like this is a long time ago when I found out, but definitely when Mark Hamill they say he was playing Joker.
Yeah.
That was the most wildest thing to me. I was like, "Oh, that's Luke." I was like, "No."
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the best. Matter of fact, for him to play two iconic roles and put his stamp on it, nobody can do the Joker voice like
nobody
he can.
I'm sorry.
And nobody can be Luke like he can. That's just fact. You know,
it's crazy because he plays this. Jonathan Young Bosch is also Vash the Stampede.
Yep, that's right. I forgot. Yep.
Snap! Really?
I think it's the. Is it the old one or the new one?
It's the new one. No, it's the old one. 2000. There you go. It's the old one.
Yeah, like I said, he does a lot of anime voices. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he out here. He's definitely out here.
Hey man, so what we got to do to sit up here and like audition for anime voices? Because I definitely, so I can do a couple. I can be the black.
I don't know. I think he was even talking about that, like, because they asked him, like, he asked his agent or his agent asked him like what other movies he wanted to like or type of shows and stuff like that he wanted to be in. And he tried out for a different, like a few different action ones, he said, and he never got it. And then one of his buddies who was working on, I think it was Trigun or Bleach at the time, actually was like, hey, you should try out for this. And then ever since then, he's been doing like all this anime stuff. He's both Vash in the old one and in the new one, by the way.
He also plays Artemis in the cat from Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
That's how old we go.
Wow, I can see that though. I can see that because, like, as you think about the cat's voice, sometimes there was a hint of color in his voice, and I was like, that's a brother playing it. Who is
that? Dark Sun?
That'd make sense. Oh, I didn't even see the little chat. Hold on, where we at?
Sun popped up.
Where we at with the chat?
Dang, he was in Akira.
Yeah, what up, Dark Sun? Appreciate it for stopping by, man.
Wow. His list is long, bro. Pause. His list is,
he's in Baki, bro.
Yeah.
Quite
the stats.
Yeah. He oh my god, this.
Yeah, nah, he got a resume.
So they had to have given him his flowers already because
he's actually in Solo Leveling, the new one.
Yep.
Wow.
I can see that. Who he play?
I don't know who the heck this is.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was Jinwoo himself.
Nope.
But he's not.
Yeah, it's Tai. It's like Tai Guy Lin. I don't know.
He was the main character TK in Digimon.
Yup.
That's wild.
Wow.
You know what's crazy? As you say this now that I'm thinking of it, I'm telling you, there's sometimes in certain words and certain
you can hear certain stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear certain like now that you say it, like, oh snap. That's the same thing, like I said, when it comes down to other like actresses and stuff and actors and stuff, like it's certain words and certain like hold on. Yes. I know that voice.
He was Broly in Superheroes.
Yup.
Yeah, I can see him being Broly though. Definitely. Actually, I can see him being
the whole time.
Yeah, like seriously.
Yeah.
And that's the old Broly, Gakura,
Gakura. Like, hold on, cuz.
Why you call it? Why you call my name like that, bro? Don't be calling my name like that.
Gakura. Like, hey, man. I don't
He keep finding me.
Here's the thing, like he's modeled after the Hulk. The Hulk don't stop people that he was mad at.
I'm not crying.
Anyway,
stop all that crying.
He was the main character. What's the name? Code Geass. Holy shit.
Okay, I can imagine that he's in videos too.
He's Nero.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about just like ones I'm thinking of, like like how Kratos was dude from Living Color and dude from Stargate.
Let's see. Let's see. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I was going down it too.
Yep, I see the Dot G user in here. Tales of the Abyss.
Kamen Rider.
Yeah,
the video game.
He's in Final Fantasy VII. The There's a Cerberus.
He was Bumblebee and Transformers War for Cybertron.
Yep.
He
was Zero from Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Fate of Two Worlds.
He's Sasori and Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm.
Let's see. Bizarros. He was also the main character for Persona 4 of both the Arena, Gold, and just the original itself, and the Ultramax. Let's see. Wow, he was in Mortal Kombat X. Let's see that come.
That makes sense.
He's in Like a Dragon Yakuza.
That don't make sense.
Right. There's the Devil May Cry right there. He was Nero. Like I said, I called it. Yep, he was.
And in Infinite Wealth. He was in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth too. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. He was in Armored Core. Fires of Rubicon.
Oh yeah.
Bro got man.
This dude got. He's actually in that. He's in that new one. Oh, okay.
He's got a list, bro.
He's in the Trials of Sky. He's part of. He's in the Trials series. Okay.
Persona 5. Yeah.
Wait. I saw 4. Wait. He was in. He was in.
It's probably a metaphor.
Yo, he was in Catherine. What the freak, man.
There's
a game called Catherine. It's a RPG puzzle game.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. I
was like, what the heck?
Yeah, so he had a lot of stuff.
Though.
He's in The Walking Dead too.
Cool. Yeah.
All right, so let me get to my what I'm watching. So I've been watching a little bit of the Wheels of Time this week. Let me see. I caught The Last of Us. I can get into that because we don't got a segment for it. So with The Last of Us 2, right? Or the season 2, of course, it's gonna be covering the second game. Now here's the thing, the fandom
is tripping.
It's kind of split. Well, the fandom is split as far as the people that played the game. Right?
Yeah.
So, to me, I always tell you, like, the second one was like, for me, like, oh snap, because I played the first and the second. So you know what I'm saying? I'm like, but that second one was like, it gave me like dang, cuz everybody can die. like ain't no happy ending for everybody, and they can die early, and they can just get popped just out of nowhere, like Joel's brother. Like, you up here talking to him next to you, I'm like, oh. I was like, no. No. That was the Asian dude. The Asian dude got cocked out of nowhere. But yeah, Joe's brother did got popped too. Anyway, look, spoiler alert. So if y'all didn't want that spoiled. But anyway, but yeah, so of course the scrutiny that the game got was Joel got killed like in the kind of opening parts of the game. You know what I mean? And the series he gets killed in the second episode, which I think a lot of us knew. You know what I mean? We was like, okay, Abby's going to be introduced. When she's introduced, he dies. So, I mean, that's to be here or there. And then the actress that plays Abby is like, I like her acting. I like the emotion, but her body build is not.
She ain't super muscular, huh?
Yeah.
Nah. Plus, she's a small, petite woman. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I can't see you doing damage with that golf club.
Exactly.
Like that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, nah, I don't believe that. You ain't cracking his skull.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, like it doesn't make sense once you look at it and be like, I mean, that's like my only gripe with that. They did change up a couple of things. They actually changed up a lot of things because actually Joe's brother was with Joe when Joe died, right? This time around, it wasn't Joe. It was like the love interest for Ellie, or what's her name?
I forgot.
What's the main girl name? Ellie
Ellie.
or Ella or something. Yeah. Ellie or something like that. Yeah. So like the love interest for her or whatever like that was there with Joe instead of the brother, because the brother is supposed to be, he watched his brother get killed, all this stuff, right? The brother, they instead they opted out and made a whole complete different scene where the town that they were in got breached by the affected. So they had to do like this whole like standoff war scene type thing, fighting the affected and stuff instead of, the brother being up there. So it was kind of like, oh snap, you know what I'm saying? This is kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? It kind of threw me off for a loop, but a lot of people are just mad because, oh no, you killed Pastel already, man. No. Like, the game, for us gamers, we know what happened. Of course, it was almost like, okay, yeah, I'm watching this again. But there was elements that the game gave us that this episode didn't. So I can see people's like, oh man, that was, they all mad, like, dang, why they kill? That's how we felt when the game popped off. But the way it looked, it was too bright in the room. When you watched it, when you was in the game, it was like dark. You know what I'm saying? I think they were like not even I think they were in the basement or something. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it gave a darker feel, like, Ellie was hearing Joe get hit and she was, oh, what's going on? And so as she, descends to the basement, it just starts getting eerie and darker. Next thing you know, she sees Joe, laid out, looking like, half alive. And that's what made it more like, oh, snap. This big buff woman down here beating the mess out of Joe, like handing him his tail up in here. Like, what happened? But this was like, you go into a room, somehow you go in there with the gun, pointed, dude hit it up, popped it off. It was crazy. I was like, all right, look, that was weak. That was a weak entry. That was a weak little whatever. But anyway, that's people's gripes about it.
I'm not surprised.
But you know what I'm saying? Just like the game, I noticed that the first season got a lot of praise, especially for people that didn't play the game, and then the second season, the way it like it's literally we're living it again. Whoever plays the game, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're living it again, which to me is just, it doesn't do nothing to me because I play the game. You know what I'm saying? The game gives you more of a feel for what's going on. Like we didn't know why Joe was getting beat the crap out of until later in the game. Instead, in the show, they tell you right away and show you right away, like, why is he getting beat up? Like, it kind of messes up the suspense, which, granted, we people that play the game already know why, so it already probably got given away. But neither here or there. But I started watching Moana 2.
Okay. All right.
That's crazy how I just shift from over there. That was crazy. I would start watching Moana 2. I was trying to finish Wicked because I didn't finish Wicked, but
Really?
it's a musical, so it was dope. It was all right for what it was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, honestly, the play is probably, I think that's where I'll take more entertainment in seeing it in the play than seeing it on screen. But hey, to all the people that's Wicked fans, like, definitely, like, they might have a better opinion on it. But to me, I think it's good for what it is. It can be a little better, but you know what I'm saying, it's good for what it is. I don't know what's up with this wizarding school thing. Like, everybody's going to wizarding school everywhere. Like, on here, there's a wizarding school. I noticed there was on a wizarding school in like Disney stuff, like
went to Waverly Place and all that.
Descendant.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like all these wizarding schools, cause like y'all really want be Hogwarts, like that's,
I feel like
everybody trying to jump on it.
I feel like it's trying to be the new norm they're trying to go with, making it a little bit easier to bridge, like blend in to like lead into what's supposed to happen, like really what really goes down. I don't know. It seems like that's what I'm like, because I just see that, and I think it's not just with movies and TV shows, but it's also anime does the exact same thing too, but just in its own way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we talked about it too with that one anime you showed us. We saw the little thing. We was like, Hogwarts. It was like, why is animes like everybody doing the wizards and the
they want to get a little money on it. You know what I noticed that has really been popping off ever since Hogwarts Legacy.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, you know what's crazy? Yeah, that too. But what's crazy is I think ever since they announced it, because after that, like literally there was games that was actually dropped literally the same year, same time, and it's like y'all had to be in development when you know what I mean, like Hogwarts Legacy was announced or whatever. So yeah, y'all trying to capitalize on that. So like once the announcement even happened, other game studios start doing that, and then anime studios start kind of doing that and everything. So, but hold on, when did Black Clover come out? Because I believe that was before they announced Hogwarts Legacy, right?
Yeah, Black Clover was out. Black Clover, and there's one other one that's similar to that. Both of those were out before then, but like
ain't really school based. Those are more just dealing with the wizardry. Honestly, I think what Black Clover to me could be. Honestly, it feels like it should be. Remember how I was like, man, like after Hogwarts Legacy, like is done with their, legacy stuff, the school stuff, like go into the ministry, like you know what I'm saying, like that's how to me, like Black Clover feels like you got a job after the school, you know what I'm saying, and y'all wizard patrolling and trying to stop wizards crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying, happen in the wizarding world, the police type stuff. So I'm like, dude, if Hogwarts Legacy or the people that make Hogwarts Legacy like decide to kind of go there with your character and like, yeah, now he goes to the, like once he completes his owls and stuff like that, now you get to go to your jobs up in the wizarding world and stuff like that, and you're in the ministry, and now you can now they have like kind of like how Fantastic Beasts was, you know what I'm saying, where basically it's dealing more with the adult world of the wizarding world and the outside threats, you know what I'm saying, opposed to the kids being threatened by this psycho no-nosed dude. They got a beef with Dumbledore, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so that's a little bit what I'm watching. There's more stuff too, but we'll get into all that a little later. So let's get into some news right now. Let me see. Noto, you got a little something for us?
I may sound a little weird.
Oh,
the hell?
What is that?
Wait. Just pause. Excuse my French when I say so. What?
No, you good.
Yeah. Excuse me eating on some boba here. I just finished them up just now, so my voice may sound a little weird. Sorry, I gotta munch something, man. Wait, it's one of those days.
Yeah.
Anyways, so last time on the VitoVerse, I had brought up about the Weeknd's new movie called Hurry Up Tomorrow. So we have some new information with that one. So the Weeknd said that Hurry Up Tomorrow was developed as a film first, and then the album came afterwards. The idea came from the real life incident that had happened, and I always saw it as a film. The film came first, then the music. So in other terms, the album was never supposed to come out. It was supposed to be the movie first, then we were supposed to get the album. But we ended up getting the album first, which was very surprising. I wasn't expecting that. There's another one I saw, which was actually, this is the one that caught my attention. Let's see. Sydney Sweetie has been cast as the live-action split fiction movie. So the game has came out. Now we actually have a movie coming. So,
okay. All right. Does it give a date?
No, there's no release date yet. We just got the announcement of who's going to be in, who's going to play who right now. And I think the last one I had, it was way the heck up here. Let's see. No, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Okay, that's the same one. Oh, that's the one I was talking about. I don't know if we're going to bring this up, so you can actually stop me when I start reading this one off. So, The new Thompson Crown Affair movie, directed by and starring Michael B. Jordan, will be released in March 5th, 2027 in theaters. The film will also be in IMAX. The one with
what is it?
Yeah, the Thomas Crown Affair. The one with that had Pierce Brosnan. So
gotcha.
Which I'm very surprised that being directed and starring Michael B. Jordan. So
okay. So you trying to have another little run, another little season. Michael B. Jordan season.
Oh, there it is. I knew there was something else that was missing. There was the last one. I thought that was my last one. No, I found the other one I found. So I may actually say this name. Emma Mackey. I don't know if I actually said this last name right. Please don't beat me up or anything. Has been cast by the White Witch Grinwood the Naruto movie. Nadia. Nadia, thank you.
Nadia.
Sorry, I was saying that wrong. I'm sorry. So that's what we got.
Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah, I was very surprised.
The other Harry Potter stuff. No, I'm
I'm surprised we're still doing this.
Yeah. I mean, but there's a whole bunch of
I know.
Like, there's like they stopped at a very interesting point.
I think we only got
whereas like
I'm sorry, go ahead. Did we yet?
We only got 3, but they stopped at a very interesting point where it's like y'all didn't even get to the part where Jesus come back. I mean, Jesus come back. So, like it gets even more a little deep and deeper, and it goes deep. So I mean, is it saying that they're continuing from that
I imagine,
or are they trying to
I imagine they're probably going to start all over from the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I feel like we're going to be starting all over again.
Because I think in that case, I think a lot of them are a little bit older now. Like even the youngest girl, I think she's like 20 now. So when they started that movie, she was like 10 or 11.
Yeah. Actually, I think roughly all of them are kind of roughly our age.
More so the older two, like the older brother and older sister. For a minute though.
I don't know, because what's her name was in that movie, and he was like 30 something. And so, hold on, let me see. Chronicles of Narnia.
Caspian was in there. All the ladies love Caspian.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Keep tabs of that.
And he's in that other movie or other TV show I used to watch on Netflix. Something about Bone. Something and Bone.
Wait,
who?
Caspian.
He's in what?
He's in a Netflix joint, where he's like the bad guy. So Georgie Henley, who is the youngest one, she was.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
She was born in 1995. So as of now, she would be 30.
Yeah. Like I said, they roughly around our.
And then the oldest one, who was the oldest, Peter.
Yeah.
He is, as of today, he is 38.
Yeah.
So they all gotta
see when they started doing that one, I noticed they were like basically, like I said, they all kind of were in our generation or somewhat. You know what I'm saying? Like they was roughly in our age. Same thing with like some of the stars that like we grew up with, like Raven Simone and like Mary-Kate and Ashley and all those.
Yeah.
Like they're really like roughly our age. So then like of course when they say their age or we see them like, oh snap, you really our age? Or oh snap, like LeBron, like I'm like, oh snap, like you what?
So like
older than me.
So it's like so the chances of them doing it with them especially when they're supposed to be young at the beginning, like, or even like continuing on. All of that stuff doesn't take place over, you know, like 10, 20 years from each other. They're all like relatively close to each other. So I'd be surprised. Maybe they make a cameo or something like
I
that.
mean,
But
if you remember the last
mm-hmm.
one, they kind of like right now. I mean, they kind of like made it where okay, these the our originals they're not coming back. That was their last time. So it's supposed to be my man's that play Adam Warlock. He was the cousin, the rude cousin in that third one or whatever like that. It's supposed to be him and some other people or whatever like that, but that's out the bag. He, you know,
he's older now.
Older now. So, yeah, they will have to start with a whole new, you know what I'm saying, like situation. But I'm like,
dang, I didn't even.
I kind of don't want them to start over and remake that.
I didn't even realize it. The Dawn of whatever Treader, the last one, that came out in 2010. That's 15 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was a while back. Yeah,
but I agree. Like it does really suck that they would start it all over. I would just hope if they're gonna start it all over that they just keep up with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it feels like even so, like the original Chronicles of Narnia was 2005. Prince Caspian was 3 years later in 2008, and then another 2 years later was The Voyage of Don Treader. So it was like y'all already kind of missing the, you know what I'm saying? Like where we would get Harry Potter's every year or a little over a year. You know what I'm saying?
They would literally have to do this in a series. Like that's what will make sense to keep it. You know what I'm saying, going, and you can film something like movies. Nobody gonna keep waiting on the movies because it costs. I think it costs way more to make a movie
than it does for the series.
Than a season of a series. You know,
even if you wanted to spread that, even if they did cost the same amount, you could spread one out too. That way you're not throwing all into one profit. You know what I'm saying? You can let it chill if you got something else going on.
And then the process of doing the series, like you can actually put in a lot more details than you do with a movie.
Yeah, detail and time. Yeah.
Yep. And that's the whole thought process with the Harry Potter series that they're trying to make or whatever. So, all right, SandStorm, you got some news, or you want me to go?
I did. So the movie, I was just looking at this because it was the first thing on my mind. Bando Stone in the New World is. So it did have a release date, but now they're kind of going back on when the actual film is going to be coming out. If y'all remember, or if y'all know, Bando Stone in the New World was Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino's last album, but it came out July 19th, 2024, and we saw the trailer for this. And I think every time we talk about trailers, I always bring it up. Like, yo, did that movie come out? That one movie, and I can never remember the name. But it's Bando Stone, so it's the joint that's like supposed to be the post-apocalyptic thing, and then out of nowhere, a cube like shows up, and it just erases everything in the cube, and then they still like running, and another cube starts to form. But yeah, so a lot of his fans, I guess, have been saying that like he's had other projects that like are movie related where they've started up and they've had like other trailers for this or that, or he'll have a song or a soundtrack where he starts off the soundtrack and getting like prepared for an album, and then it just never comes to fruition. So yeah, I'm gonna keep keeping an eye on this one. But it's interesting because now we're in 2025 and there's been no updates for this movie since then.
Okay.
All right.
And then think that actually might have been it. Because I was looking up something else and then I got sidetracked.
Okay.
Oh, no. Never mind.
All right.
Go ahead. No, because last time y'all watched the trailer for dang, why am I blanking on the name of it? The Disney movie that's coming out. They finally dropped the trailer. With the Tron.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Finally got around to watching that trailer or whatever. But yeah, that's that. Can I say a little bit on it, because I know I didn't get to speak my piece, but just 2 words on it. I think it's very interesting that Tron has always been a generational movie. I do think it's kind of weird because I feel like there has been some transitions of like effects and stuff like that between the last movie and this movie. But I feel like the difference between last movie and this movie is way smaller than the 1980s joint and the 2000s joint. So,
but you know what's crazy? Looking at that film, they did a pretty dang good job for what they had. I mean, back then, you know what I'm saying, the concept. So then, like when it came down to that newer movie, it was like now y'all got the stuff to actually do the vision. So now it look cool. But looking at the old joint, like
they had the football gear on and everything. with the old helmets,
with the spandex, with the spandex.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I think, but like you said, I think they did an amazing job for it. And even with this new trailer, like just looking at it, I'm like, I'm locked in. You know, they showed the little motorcycle, and then out of nowhere, the little light, you know, split the car real quick. You like, ooh, they in the real world.
I forget, but like, I forgot they was in the real world. I was like, oh snap! It get crucial in that computer now. They're in the real world with it. Like, like, oh snap!
Pull over. He's still holding on to the steering wheel laying sideways.
Sitting up here looking at his partner on the other side of the partner like oh man. No, that's gonna be dope, man. Like but yeah, like how they how they exited the computer last time, and it had like the beings from inside the computer that was born by the computer come out of there. I really want to know where that's gonna go, because I know they're focusing on Ares, and I believe that's like a backup bad program that the other founder made or something. But yeah, the master computer. From the first one. He I think he made a backup like killing
with his son
program or something. Yeah, like they made a, like, what was dude's name though from that first joint? I keep forgetting dude's name.
You're talking about not the dude who was alongside Tron, but his dad, right?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about the bad guy?
The bad guy, because I know
it's it started with a D. It's like Denton or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Because his son is the one who's like not the president. Yeah, I think he's like the president or something like that in the second one.
Dent. But what was the actor's name?
Because he is Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Batman Begins.
Yeah.
His name is, and he's a great actor too. Dang, what's your name? What his name is, girl? Jonathan Crane.
Hey, but
oh no.
Okay, yep.
That's Scarecrow's name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Batman Begins actor. Duh. Cillian Murphy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah. So every time I say, I'm like, I cannot remember his name.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, he's a great actor.
He remind me.
But you know what's crazy?
I was gonna say he always remind
Go
me
ahead.
of like he could be like Johnny Depp, like cousin or something like that.
Oh boy.
They always done something like crazy.
Probably. Yeah. Yep. Yep. But I was watching. I think we watched the trailer last week. But Lights and Magic, right? And so I watched the trailer last week, and I didn't know too much about it because you know they announced it during Celebration, and they were showing the second season. I didn't know the first season, and to be honest, I didn't know too much of it. I thought it was just behind the scenes of how they made some Star Wars stuff and some Steven Spielberg stuff, you know, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones stuff. Like, you know, basically, I didn't know George Lucas, had a company called Light and Magic. Yeah. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, now that makes sense. Then I started watching it, and I'm like, yo, everybody at the time, like even Tron, used them for their
sound in there.
Effects. Yeah, they sound the computer effects when they start going to that. Tron was like one of them. You can see it like all in there, like Disney was going there. That's why it was so like no brainer for George to be like, all right, Disney, you know, here you go. So I was like, oh, this is making sense with the connections and stuff. Like, oh, all right. So another thing is an interesting thing is I think I was watching this. I think it was the second episode, right, on there, right. You know the Asian dude from Heroes with the glasses, kind of heavier set dude. I forgot dude's name, but he started off working there, and he's the one that solved the problem to like making computer graphic water look realistic. Like he did this whole little algorithm where he was like, oh, hey, you're doing it, you got to speed this up. Third, like he like totally changed computer graphic. Like this is, you know what I'm saying? Like this is a worldwide thing. Like, bro, you're an actor and you're like a computer whiz. Like you just solved how to make graphics look like even like video game like developers use his technique or whatever. And I'm like, bro, that's I'm like, they need to do a documentary on you. Like that is amazing, bro. But I forgot his name, but like he acted on Heroes. Yeah, Masarioka. Yep. He acted on Heroes or whatever. Like he got credits on like we got Star Wars, or you know the prequel trilogies, like done up real right. Like I think he worked from Clone Wars, the Attack of Clones, or he could have. I don't know if he was on Phantom Menace or not. But anyway,
there's another dude
we
like
got
that too.
Some stuff from him.
Him and the other dude who was in. I always forget the other shows that he's in, but I always remember him from Lost. It's like the black dude who had glasses too, and he's the same way. He's really smart, but you would never know.
Yeah. I mean, same thing with that comedian, Dr. Kim. Like he's really
he's really a doctor. Yeah, the funny guy and Hangover. Yeah.
Mr. Chow. All right, so let me get into some real quick news. Then we're gonna go into our topics real quick. We're gonna kind of gloss over those, but let me see. All right, so they're starting Well, okay, they should be getting near finished with the part 2 of Wicked. Yeah. So they're working on that, and they're almost done. So it's almost here. It's gonna be, I think the date was November something. I believe.
I was wondering when we're gonna get part 2.
Yeah, so it's roughly coming out the same time the last one came out. You know what I mean? Save the date for March 15th. We have the Oscars, so hopefully there's not a slap going on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we're civilized. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had any incident in a while.
Car ready. Let's get the list ready. Let's go. Is there going to be like the bingo card? Be like, oh, is there going to be a slap this year, and who is it?
Dang, that was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, that was
no, the previous year.
That was about 3 to 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was not.
Yep.
2023.
It was basically when I first started my job that I'm working at now. It happened that like 2 months after.
Feels like it was just yesterday.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everybody was like, "Hey, you heard about Will Smith? You heard about Will Smith?"
Popped in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Will came out with an album not too long ago and it didn't do too well. And Chris Rock's brother had to get him.
It's
like he was going out.
It's funny because there's a song on there with Big Sean, and I haven't jumped on it to hear it yet, but I'm like, oh, Big Sean's on here, let me hear it. But I think I heard the beginning part of Will's part, and I was just like,
I remember that freestyle. He said,
yeah, I'd just be like, bro,
like Will, you gotta change it, and he's cussing
that's what's really throwing me off. Like,
wow,
yeah,
that's
not you.
You're cussing now.
Yeah, that's not you, bro. Go back to the old stuff. I would have accepted it if you would have stayed who you were, but like the cussing.
I guess slapping Chris Rock pretty much said, "All right, screw this. I'm going in now."
Something. I mean, put it like this. If you look at it this way, he's already fulfilled his obligation to his grandmother. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, now that that's done, okay, I'm at a point in time where people think it's sweet because Will put the things on you. He from Philly. Everybody from Philly fight. They box. Everybody. They box. So, you know what I'm saying? They literally are telling you like, hey, bro, you know what I mean? He's trying to, but it's kind of like, yeah, Jada just punked you out, cuz, and so many people done punked you out already. Eminem even said something to you, and you ain't do nothing. You ain't slap him in the face, I'm just saying, Will. I'm just saying. Anyway, speaking of Will, so evidently, which we will watch the trailer to this, but evidently the new Predator Badlands movie shows a skull at the beginning of it that is the same alien from Independence Day. So people are speculating that this is indicating that Independence Day is linked to the Predator franchise. But what do you guys think? Now, honestly, you know what? We'll save it for that segment. Let me keep going. Season 2 for Wednesday is coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna watch the trailer for that.
Really I'll wait till you.
I know what you did last summer. So Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie, what's his name? Price or Prince or whatever his name is.
Oh,
I think
Freddie
it was
Prinze.
in the original
Yeah.
one.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're in it. So this might be some kind of I don't want to say like a light reboot, maybe.
Light reboot.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're pretty much bringing the two in, it's like you might as well kind of call it a reboot.
Reason why I'm saying light reboot, no, if you're bringing them in as like older people, like the parents or something like that, kind of like Scream. Scream was a light reboot. You know what I'm saying? So, and they named it Scream. So you know what I'm saying? They didn't name it 6, even though it was like 6 or 7 or whatever like that. So technically, those are like light reboots where they're bringing the fresh new stuff, and then like the killings happen the same way, but with new cast. You know what I'm saying? So with the old people still in there, maybe as the parents or something. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they that should be in theaters July 18th.
Okay.
So that's a couple months from now. Let me see. So let me see. My girlfriend, Scarlett Johansson.
Like how that was so easily claimed.
I know. Seriously.
Yeah, my girlfriend, Scarlett Johansson.
You wanted to? She wanted me to tell you, my baby.
I mean, did you put a ring on that? Did you put a ring on that?
There's a ring there. It's in my mind. But she's gonna be in Jurassic Park Rebirth. So, or Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm sorry.
Interesting.
So I'm sure we got a date on that, but I'll find that a little later. Alien Earth. So this is an Alien series coming to Hulu. So that's one thing too. So like Hulu's been accumulating a lot of properties and stuff like that, or like the Predator and the Aliens and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard not to actually kind of, you know what I'm saying, like link them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they're linked somehow, but we'll figure that out. That's like a little wormhole we got to go into. But that should be, they don't give a date. I think it's summertime, releasing this summer. So check out Alien World when it come out. Not movies, but Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4 has released out, and that's been like a big
same
talk.
day. Same day.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of. I did not download it. I think I was like kind of like cloud playing it real quick. So you know what I'm saying. I never played it, so you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be my first time kind of getting in there, seeing what's cracking. Let's see. So Ryan Coogler's Sinner movie, third biggest Monday. Okay, hey, they earned $7.8 million Monday. So that was reported. The Supergirl movie is in development now. They got their first little logo. So they doing their little thing, Let me see. All right, so there's a live action Toys R Us movie.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what's going on here, bro. That I hope it's not a horror movie. I hope it's like more of like a. I hope it's a documentary type thing. You know how they did the McDonald movie. Yeah, I hope it's one of those. I hope it's not a horror movie.
We don't need no, here comes Jeffrey. Here comes Jeffrey. Right.
Neck alone.
Neck coming out.
Like, oh.
Why?
Gotta open the door with the neck. Just be coming around.
I'm still gonna think it's gonna be a horror movie.
Right.
You want some toys? Like
he is a toy. That's why they call it Toys R Us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. R Us.
Man, here we go.
All right, so there's a all right, so down in Hollywood or Orlando, or I'm sorry, Universal Studios Hollywood, they have their first look at Yoshi. Yoshi has hit the park for the Mario and stuff. So they finally got Yoshi out there with the, his Yoshi-ness in his boots. Like he got the honey bun Timbs on. You know what I'm saying? They really shining right now. He's really doing his thing. Thunderbolts, that should be coming out. Let me see. When is that coming out? That should be coming out soon. So they've had their final trailers, a couple of clips online. So you guys, if you want to check that out, definitely go to YouTube and all the other stuff. You know what I mean? They definitely will have that stuff. All right. So let's see. Oh, a Friday the 13th prequel series is in the works right now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we were going to get one of those for that movie in particular.
Right. Yeah. Yep. All right. So this is not movies or TV, but this is something that is like a big thing in media. Ghost of Yotai has a release date of October the 2nd. The sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. So they have a trailer for that out. Let's see, Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Let me see. All right, so of course I said Predator has a new movie coming out. called Badlands. This is going to be in theaters. It's going to be coming out November the 7th. So it should be in theaters November 7th. Badlands, Predator. Now, Predator also has a series coming out on Hulu. I think we covered that last time we were on here or whatever. So they still have all of that too. Somehow, I feel like both of those tie in together. That's just what I'm saying. I don't know if they do or not. Don't quote me. I just feel like somehow like that's going to come out before this comes out. So definitely got to check that date to see if that's correct. You know what I'm saying, if it comes out before the movie. But it's curious. It's a predator and alien year. You know what I'm saying? They're really doing their thing. So shout out to Hulu, because Hulu is actually pushing that needle with them. They really are. All right, so here we go. The first part of Wednesday's second season will be released August 6th, and then the second will be September the 3rd.
Interesting. So we're getting 2 parts. This is one.
Yeah, 2 parts.
So the question is, is it still going to be an hour, or are we doing 30 minutes? Because if we're doing 2 parts, that sounds like we're getting 30 minutes. But
yeah, don't know.
Yeah.
It could be an hour. It just depends. It doesn't say how many episodes. It just says parts and stuff.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
that's the only reason why I say that.
Hopefully,
because if you're doing in parts, part 1 and part 2, you can do an hour, but it also depends on how many episodes you're going to do. But if you're because normally when you do parts, and this the same thing works with anime, it's like you're usually doing 30 minutes, and it's usually like I'm giving you a part 1 and a part 2. And part 1 is like for one time for 30 minutes each, and then the other part comes out later with the other half of stuff. So it can kind of go both ways.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get some information here soon. It's still pretty early. That was reported on the yesterday. No. I'm sorry, Wednesday. So hopefully we'll get some more information closer to maybe probably next year. Who knows? So there's a spinoff series for Stranger Things. Now here's the thing I'm kind of pissed off about. Don't give us a spinoff series. Give us the doggone last season. Because everybody's old. Like, y'all waited too long for, dog, I'm really teed off about that. Like, honestly, it really just irks me. Like, don't talk about or announce a doggone spinoff and you haven't given us the doggone second season. And why the height of it was still up? Like, that last season, we were like, oh, snap, you know what I'm saying? We can't wait till the second. Then now it's years. Like, what is going on? So, Netflix, get that together, bro. Because, I don't want to know about the spinoff until you give me that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let's get it, bro.
All right. So I said Thunderbolts should be coming out soon. May 2nd.
Okay, so we got it next week.
Yep. You said the Weeknd's movie is coming out May 16th, right?
I didn't say what day.
It's May 16th.
All right, cool. So it's
May 16th. Yep. So that's the release date for the Weeknd movie. Hunger Games is in production right now.
I'm not surprised.
I'm tired of that hunger stuff.
Like I said, I'm not surprised.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Hunger Games is actually pretty cool. The last one I didn't watch, so I guess that's the, you know what I'm saying, they going into the prequel situation. Okay. So I think this is like the prequel stuff. So
I seen the main what was it, like 3 or 4? I think it was, or like the 3.
I think they had like 3, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 3.
Yeah, because I think
I think it's 3. Yeah. So I definitely got to see what's going on with that prequel one, but you know what I'm saying, like it kind of came out during the, you know what I'm saying, the first original one was kind of coming out during like this competitive thing about like teen film type. I'll be iffy about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So remember how I said Predators having a year, right? They doing their thing. So there's a Marvel comic coming out with Predator kills the Marvel Universe.
Really?
Dude, that's gonna be crazy. Ooh. I'm telling you, Predator is this is Predator's year, bro. Like, honestly. Like, they're everywhere, bro. Yeah, like you can't make this up. All right, so the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith is this weekend. So they're re-releasing Revenge of the Sith back in the movie. So if y'all want to go watch it in IMAX and all that stuff, hey, it's gonna be there for you. Me personally, nah. Cause like it ain't nothing like the first time going to that thing and seeing it. I didn't already seen it about 50, 11 times. I don't want to see it again on the big screen. Like
there's certain movies I'll let you rewatch again in theaters depending on what they are.
Yeah. Well, no, I can't even.
That's what I said. I'd say only certain specific ones, and I mean specific ones.
Yeah. Like, all right, so we have a full trailer of Love, Death, and Robots.
Oh, no.
And they have a release date. Oh, dang. Of May the 15th as well on Netflix. So that's something that's on its way. Oh, boy. There's a crossover. I don't know if this is just an ad, but there's a crossover. There's a crossover Star Trek and SpongeBob ad that's on online right now. Now, honestly, I think this is advertising Star Trek.
Okay.
What was the last one? Dude, what is the last one that just came out? I think it's Frontier or something like that. Star Trek Frontier. I believe that's the last one with Captain Pike.
I think so.
So evidently, I guess they must be amping up for another season. That's one Star Trek that I really like. I was liking the Picard series. They were kind of like doing live action with the Lower Deck series, and they introduced some of those Lower Deck people onto the live action of Frontier. So this is actually like one of my favorites. So you know what I'm saying? I definitely can't wait to see if they have a second season. I'm gonna keep my ear out. The crossover for John Wick.
Ooh.
Bellarlina, whatever it is. Right. Anyway, yeah. So Keanu's gonna be in it, but it hits theaters June 6th. So that's actually around the corner. So we need some more. We need some more like trailers or something like that. Like we need more than that little teaser trailer. We need some. It's getting close to the time, so that's like what 2 months away or a month away, because we about to go into May here in a minute. So yeah, that's a little strange. I gotta see if they got it. That's I don't know. But anyway, let me see. All right, Fantastic Four. They have a full trailer out, so we're gonna take a look at that today. And is that it for right now? Yep, that's it for right now. So, all right, let's get into our topics. So, the first topic. Let me get back into my notes here. All right, so the first topic we got is Star Wars Celebration. So, Star Wars Celebration happened last weekend from the 18th to the 20th. I covered the first day. I didn't cover the second day or the third day. I thought there was going to be some more stuff that was shown. There was. And I was able to see a little bit of that presentation. But the third day, I didn't watch, but I heard there was really little to nothing. There was more just interviews with, people that starred in Star Wars stuff or whatever like that, or worked on the projects and stuff like that. But let's see. The first day they showed off the new title, Starfighter. They showed that off. Hold on. Let me go to my little playlist. All right, so they started off with the Starfighter. They showed Starfighter, and that has Ryan Coslin, whatever his name is. Yeah. So he's going to be starring in that new Star Wars film. Evidently, this Star Wars film is actually taking over um, the Rey Solo film.
Okay.
So whatever that Rey Solo film was popping off, it's not happening no more. And honestly, I believe this is happening because Kathleen is gone or whatever like that, or a step down or something like that. So I believe I'm gonna give my whole thoughts on the whole Star Wars celebration this year or whatever after I'm done saying all this stuff. But anyway, the next one was like I don't know if this was actually a trailer or not, but they did have a teaser like logo trailer of Mandalorian and Grogu. I was talking about how pretty much, you know what I'm saying, Grogu is the face of Star Wars right now. He's brought a lot of revenue and attention to Star Wars. A baby Yoda, you know what I'm saying, a cute, cuddly baby Yoda type stuff. And ever since him, they've been doing stuff like Young Jedi Adventures and stuff like that, where they bring us a Yoda that looks kind of wide-eyed and cute. Even though that's the old Yoda, he looks like the baby, you know what I'm saying, the baby version and stuff like that. So Grogu is definitely an influence within Star Wars culture that's definitely like needs to be like treated well with this film. But they were shown it's online. I still haven't watched it yet, but I was saying last week that whoever was there at Star Wars Celebration, y'all saw like I guess a first look or something like that. Some people were saying it's a trailer. Some people were saying it was just like a little clip that should have been like that could have been like an episode or something like that. But regardless, something was shown during Star Wars Celebration for that. They talked about the second season. They had the trailer for the second season of that Lights and Magic. Like I was saying earlier, they showed Young Jedi. That little trailer. They talked about Andor. I think that first day they were definitely swinging Andor pretty hard because it came out this week. So I have not watched it yet. I'm not really into Andor like that. Honestly, it didn't appeal to me. You know what I'm saying? That's a Star Wars project that I feel like shouldn't have been made. You know what I'm saying? But some people really like it. Some people like the little action spy type situation going on. But if you're like me, you want some Jedis and you want some Mandalorians. You know what I mean? Like enough with the side stories. That's not what captivated us about Star Wars. I hate to say, but you know what I'm saying? That's being real. Yeah, that's being real. Like even the underworld sometimes can be interesting, but it ain't the main focal point. Like it ain't the star of the show like that. There is some stars from the underworld type stuff, but come on, man. It's the Jedis, it's the Mandalorians, the clones, stuff like that. These are the stars of the show. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, second day, I think they showed off some footage from Ahsoka season 2. So they showed a little footage of that. And the reason why I'm not playing it is because I don't know if I can get strike for that. I don't know because they don't have it individually like clipped on the site or their page or whatever. So I don't want to risk it. You know what I'm saying right now. So, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying, if you want to watch it, go over to the YouTube channel. They have the full like broadcast. I believe they have like little tags where you can go, skip to that part. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to, watch throughout the whole thing, which I gotta say, yeah, don't watch through the whole thing. It's really not that interesting like that. They had my mans that came out with they had my mans from Star Wars Episode 1 that played Jar Jar Binks. He was out there. He did a interview and stuff like that. And he teased that on Fortnite, there was going to be a Darth Jar Jar skin or something like that. You could play this Darth Jar Jar. Now, honestly, if you are new to the Star Wars stuff and new to the theories about a figure that was helping Palpatine and helping Plagueis, that was Plagueis's master. There's a theory about Darth Jar Jar. Jar Jar the whole time was actually like this undercover Sith. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you never know what happens to Jar Jar after episode 3, right? He just disappears, right? Like, yeah, he a senator and all this other stuff, right? For the Gongan people or whatever. But there's something more to it. So there's this whole theory that he was actually a Sith. There's actually, like, when he does the clumsy stuff, he was playing clumsy. And some of this stuff was so, like, precise. It looked so cool or funny looking like clumsy, but when you look back at it, you're like, nah, bro. There's something more to you, bro. What's to you, bro? You got something going on. But anyway, because he kind of comes out of nowhere conveniently and jumps into Qui-Gon Jinn's hand. So, you know what I'm saying? That this whole little, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, he announced that. They announced a couple other things for Fortnite. So Fortnite has a lot of DLC or whatever that Star Wars stuff for Celebration this year. You know how Fortnite is out. They be having their skins and stuff. So they got that. They announced a game called Company Zero, I believe. Yeah, some kind of game called Company Zero. They talked about Outlaws going to Switch 2. They talked about Volume 3 of Star Wars Visions. Now, honestly, I was up there kind of skeptical about actually trying to play this, but I think I might go ahead and play this. Somebody actually clipped it, and I put it in my little my list. So we might take a look at this. I don't know. It just depends. It really depends. But basically, I watched it. You know what I'm saying, live, and it actually looked pretty good. You know what I mean? They had a lot of people talking about it coming in that worked on it. So I liked it. And honestly, they're actually doing something that SandStorm asked for. So they're continuing the story. So definitely, man, I think we should be able to look at this and give our thoughts on that when we get to that. So, but with all that said, right, after that, what I just kind of skimmed over, nothing else was announced. Nothing else was brought to us. Nothing promised that, like it's on the way, this and the third, like they normally do, right? Like they used to do. Do we consider this year being lackluster? Do we consider this trash, or do we consider this a restart? Noto, what do you think? Because honestly, once a certain person left, now certain projects get scrapped for another project that we didn't know was in the works. So it makes it feel like when that person left, now y'all starting to do a, you know what I'm saying, like almost like a rebrand,
Well, not really.
I'll say reset. Reset.
Yeah,
I call it a reset. You know what I'm saying? So would we call this year like trash, or would we call it more of them saying, like, by them doing what they're doing, or pretty much they were saying like, we're not finna promise y'all nothing. We're not finna just, give y'all titles that never gonna come out. But we're gonna play it safe on stuff that you already knew was coming out and already is in the works of and already been confirmed. We're gonna give you more updates on that. Do we consider this a flop? Do we consider this trash, or do we think it's a smart move?
I feel like it's all three all in one, just broken into parts to me personally. Because this feels like it's a flop because it's literally like you're giving us stuff that we don't know, like we didn't know, or we kind of knew, or any kind of situation like that. But again, I do also think this is also new, again, because of the fact of like we're getting new stuff where they're playing it safe so that I think they're trying to work on trying to get the fan base back, but in a ways like we're gonna kind of do it the safe way and just kind of give you guys this right now, but we're not gonna tell you things yet because we're just trying to get our fans back. Because after what happened with the previous person who written stuff and everything else, and it didn't go the way they planned it, so I feel like it's a smart move, but I also feel like it's a flop as well or trash because of the fact of like you have to go in order for you to get the fan base back and release this stuff, you had to get rid of someone. So, and then now when you get rid of this person, you had to now go into the process of, all right, let's do this. We're not going to give you like actual names and different stuff. We'll give you certain release dates to certain things that we have in the works now. But they also not trying to tell us the reason why we're getting this stuff when most of us know the reason why we're getting this stuff. So that's why I said, like, it's a smart move. Okay, I'll put it this. It's a smart move, but it's also a dumb move. It's 2 in 1. Okay. And that's why I said, like, it's 2 ways of playing that. So I see, like I said, I see their reason, and because you gotta understand, not a lot of people or a lot of like fans like us who are into, Star Wars whatsoever are literally going to be like, okay, we don't like this, yada yada, all this stuff like that. But for someone who has common sense and think of it and sit there and go, okay, I see what they're going with. I understand why they're doing this. There's like, it's either, you can either take it with a grain of salt or just don't at all. So that's what I said. It's one of those things where it's like, it's a hidden, it's like, it's a smart, but it's also a dumb move at the same time. So it's two.
Yeah.
Yes,
like a double-edged sword type thing.
So that's why I'm just like, it is what it is. I mean, we're getting what we're getting, but we're not getting like what we want, but we're getting something over nothing. But we're getting something that someone doesn't have the rights to work on anymore. So that's how I look at that.
All right. So yeah, definitely. I think this is nothing but a reset. Honestly, would I call it trash? Yeah, it was definitely like trash. Like I don't even know how. Like, okay, there were good things out of this, right? But I could have saved myself that Saturday from watching what I watched. Even though I watched a good part, some of the other stuff I was like, like you can tell the crowd was kind of like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey. Okay. Yeah.
Like I said,
woo. Hey. So I think also too. Let's not like beat around the fact that Kathleen Kennedy is gone. That is not a secret. We talked about it here before. Kathleen is gone. Kathleen had a lot of she brought a lot of the what's that D whatever that thing when they have the woke people come in or whatever, the quote unquote woke people. Reason, I don't know why. Yeah, but they had all like the little woke people come in that thing and woke it up and all this type of stuff. First of all, this has already been canceled. It's called Acolyte, right? That was canceled because of poor reviews, poor results. The revenue from it was not selling, so they needed to get rid of it. A lot of Kathleen's okayed things were scrapped. The Rey movie was an okayed thing that she okayed, but it's crazy that when Celebration comes around, Star Wars fighters, starfighters. Oh, okay, but where did this come from?
Yeah, exactly.
Then we find out later on. Oh, remember that Rey movie? Yeah, nah. we did this. We took that budget to make this. Now, honestly, I don't know what that's going to do. I don't know if it's a prequel. I don't know if it's even got Jedis in it. But whatever is going on with it, it is replacing the Rey movie, which I don't even know if the Rey movie is going to be bad or good because Rey is still a Jedi. And I'm still getting a Jedi fix out of it. I don't want another side story of some people that can't use the Force. I'm gonna be real. If you can't use the Force, I don't want you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. If you ain't a trained assassin type thing like a Mandalorian, I don't want you. Like this better be good. Whatever, we don't have no information. We have the interview, but they told us a lot of nothing, basically. Like literally everybody's saying that, but I literally watched this interview of it, and it felt like I wasted my time watching this thing, and I'm like, bro, shut up. Shut up, Ryan. I don't care. Just tell me you got a lightsaber. Tell me you got the Force somehow. Something. Like, I don't want nothing. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I think honestly it was trash. It's definitely trash. Even though we did get confirmation of Visions. Volume 3, Visions is definitely one of those one. And this is one thing that I actually said last week is shout out to Star Wars Animate and the animation studio. It was their 20 years anniversary. So, dang. So Star Wars Animation actually started at the same time, or Star Wars Animation came out with their first piece of work at the same time of Revenge of the Sith. That's crazy. It's both of their 20th anniversaries. And Star Wars Animation, if you don't know, it's been holding the reins down for Star Wars this whole time. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the race situation, the sequel saga. Some people like the sequel saga, some people don't. But the cartoon stuff and the 3D animation stuff or whatever like that has been holding it down. It's actually been bringing us Legends continuity along with new characters. You know what I'm saying? Such as Ahsoka, things of that nature. Ventress. She's not a new character, but you know what I'm saying? Like the fact that they're taking some of her Legends content, put it in there, like they're giving us certain Legends things, and it's really refreshing, and they've been keeping it afloat. So shout out to them. They showed that off and whatever like that, and like I said, that's the only thing that they really got going besides Mandalorian. You know what I'm saying? And so they have to restart. So yeah, this is gonna be trash. You gotta sit up here and go through the trash part to get back to the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Marvel's doing. Luckily, they didn't go too far down the rabbit hole, but yeah. Star Wars, they working themselves up. They went down total. They had somebody dragging them down to the pits. And it was the animation that was like the animation studio that was with the finger. Had the finger just on the cliff, like, I'm hanging on. Hold on, we almost there. So when that weight got lifted off, Kathleen Kennedy, when that weight got lifted off, now they're able to kind of, let me put my hand back up on this cliff. So now they got both hands on the cliff. This is all metaphorically speaking. And they're ready to work. They're ready to pull back up out of that hole. So shout out to them. But yeah, definitely Celebration was trash this year. Hopefully May the 4th will be dope. They got a lot of stuff lined up for the 4th, so we'll see what's cracking that week. Yep. But now on to our next topic real quick. I wish SandStorm could have commented on that one.
He has something to say for that one.
All right. So Predator. The Predator-verse. How versed are you into the Predator movies and stuff? Like, have you seen the latest one?
I have not seen Prey. That's the only one I haven't seen. I've seen the old ones, but I have not seen Prey.
Okay. Yeah, there was actually some old ones I didn't catch. I think it was 2.
Yeah.
I want to say. But then there was that whole little crossover with Alien. So a lot of people think that Predator and Alien are the same universe.
Which is interesting.
I heard that they're not. But who is the same universe as Alien is the Prometheus movies. So if you ever watch Prometheus and whatever like that, that's part of Alien.
Okay.
So they're kind of separate. And then, of course, like the new Aliens that came out and all that stuff. So Alien got his own thing. But I think the Predator, even though they had 2 movies, they're still not a part of each other's actual world, which kind of sucks. But with that being said, let's talk about Alien first. So they have this series coming out called Alien Earth. We don't know too much about it, just that it's a series on Hulu. And Hulu's been holding down the Predator and Alien content for quite some time now. I don't know if it's Paramount that has the Alien and Predator or what, but I feel like it's Disney because Disney owns Hulu. So, what do you think as far as like the Alien franchise and what's going on with their stuff lately? Like, you know, I guess the last Alien movie we had was the some people call it a reboot. I don't. It's. I think it's a prequel, but that last one that came out. How do you? Okay, you probably didn't see it, but how do you feel about? I guess from I guess the trailer of it, right? How do you feel about as far as like the direction that they were headed? Like they kind of like kind of rehash what happened on the first Alien. But do you think Alien has like the new, like the capability to capture the newer audience, like you know what I'm saying, like a new group of people? Because honestly, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna give my opinion on that last one. I watched a little bit of it. I gotta start doing stuff justice and watch the whole thing of it. But I watched a little bit of it.
And that's the problem sometimes. Like you always want to watch like a part of it just to kind of get an idea of like what to expect or whatever. Then it's like, and you just like don't really give it the justice that it needs. So I get what you're saying. I do the same thing.
Well, no, it was actually sleep that kind of made that happen. I just never got back into it. So I fell asleep. And I was like, oh snap. You know, and it wasn't that it was a boring movie, nothing like that, but it was just the fact that
you were tired. Yeah, you were tired.
But anyway, but how it was looking, I mean, it gave me the feel of the first joint, but it also took, you know, it was like, okay, now the newer audience can kind of get into Alien the way we did and feel like, oh snap, oh, it's all up on the face, oh, it stuck the thing in his mouth, oh, you know what I'm saying, like, like that's crazy, but like I don't see their story. Like hopefully this planet or this Alien Earth series kind of will give me, but I don't. Besides like Prometheus and stuff like that, I don't see the end game for this for Alien. Like they have a very unique universe. Like honestly, is you don't know the motivation, but you do at the same time. And Prometheus kind of taking Prometheus, right, and then comparing it to the aliens, it don't make sense to me.
Aliens.
Yeah, like it don't connect to me, if that make any sense. Like I could be missing something, and I probably, you know what I'm saying, gotta watch. Another movie to actually get how Prometheus connects to Alien, but I'm not getting it because I'm like, maybe if I do it, you're right. Maybe if I watch the last one all the way through, maybe they will give you something. You know what I'm saying, like a connection there. Yeah, but like the master race in that Prometheus, how they made the humans on Earth and stuff like that. They put their DNA in the it came to the planet, and like I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, how did the alien, like the alien we know, like how did the black freezers come in this thing? Like how did the face screwing aliens, like how does that like where did that come from? Like how are they connected? That's what I'm like. But what do you think? Like honestly, like The alien verse is weird, bro. Like that's why I'm stumbling over it. It's weird.
I can see it. I mean, I kind of on the same page as you on that one. So it's like it's kind of hard to. I don't know if I can use that word, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But it'll be a pause moment. But anyways, yeah. So for that particular, again, me have not actually watched Prometheus, so I don't really know all the details. But I know I seen the trailer, and then.
Hey, it is a good movie though.
I mean, I have to give I have to give it justice. I mean, I gotta actually watch it, but I mean, I gotta find the time to watch it. but at the same time, but like actually watching the trailer and kind of do the compare, like you can't really. It's like you want to do a comparison, but you kind of can't do a comparison because it's like but you're just trying to find the similarity or basically the connection of it. So it's hard.
And just to kind of keep you up too, like the white aliens, like the big tall white aliens that was in Prometheus. You don't that was look humanoid. You don't ever see them again in any type of alien movie, so you can't really like compare right off the bat. Like even the new joint. Okay, again, I have to finish. Look, I gotta finish this new one, right? Because I feel like there's a connecting factor, and I think it has something to do with an android.
No, the only reason I say what I meant by comparison, I mean like the whole aspect, not just the aliens itself. I mean like to kind of make the similarity, like to kind of make it the similarity, like how it connects. I wasn't trying to say the comparison of like the aliens between before and now.
No. I was saying like basically like. Prometheus, like, have you seen that? That was an old one, right? Like that's the old movie.
Yeah.
Like compared to, like, what we know the alien to be now. Like even the first Alien, the prequel that they just made. Like you have to do again, man. I you know what?
It's a hard.
YouTube got some YouTubers that do this for a living.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
I think we got to do some research.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those rabbit hole like episodes. We're gonna do like one of those rabbit hole episodes where you're like kind of. I'm just saying, just to give an idea. Like
I ain't gonna lie, I don't. This rabbit hole is so crazy. I don't think I want to even go in it because like the face.
I mean, yeah.
the face thing is messing me up, so I don't want to know anything else.
If we're gonna get the answers that we need, we're gonna have to dive into this rabbit hole, my guy. I'm serious.
It's crazy. I'm gonna let the YouTube do that. I'm gonna let the YouTube do it because I don't want to know what those aliens is with the with the. Like don't talk about them.
Wait, give us all the other information, but just not that part, please. That's all we ask for.
We get it. We know for a fact when they get on your face, you get pregnant.
I'm done. That's it.
That's crazy, bro.
But yeah, I'm just saying, man. It's like this is actually one of those. This is one of those topics where it's like it's hard to even like. Not saying like hard to talk about. It's just like. It's finding the actual words that we're looking for just to like explain it as best as we can.
Thank you. But with that being said, bro.
So yeah,
what's cut and dry is the Predator universe. Now we can definitely get into that with no problem. Yeah, they're a warrior race. You know what I'm saying? They got a tarantula face with dreads. That new series that Predator Killer or Kill the Killer or something like that, I think that would kind of give us more of an insight too on what's their motivations, what's cracking off with them. Prey, was just another Predator movie, man. It was just basically the game of what they do. If you watch the original Predators and all how Predator movies go, it's just you in the game. You know what I'm saying? And they coming to hunt you. They see y'all the fearless warriors that y'all is and stuff like that. And with Prey, they was hunting like the Native Americans, of course, the savages, you know what I'm saying, coming through with the, the bows and the tomahawks and all that. they was back in those times. You know what I'm saying? And they were kind of like, okay, we found the night, you know, the strongest warriors on Earth. Let's go back to then. Let's go back to then. And you know what's crazy with Alien versus Predator? They was back in the Mayan days. You know what I'm saying? Back then too. So it's like they use Earth as a hunting ground. You know what I'm saying? To do their little killing stuff or to shoot, you know, hunt for game. And they always get the best warriors at the time to hunt them and stuff. So that's very cut and dry.
It really is.
You know what I'm saying? So I know you said that you haven't seen Prey, but from that trailer we watched with the killer, the animation joint, what do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel about how the Predator universe is?
Especially with the animation. Since this is more of like a mixture between the Animatrix and everything, it's kind of like more like Animatrix. So I actually am like, to me personally, I think there's so many different universes, and I wasn't really expecting that there were so many different versions of Predator so many different universes. So I was very surprised by that. So I am impressed by it. So to actually get this and to actually have different universes of Predator and like.
Well, it's not universe. It's basically just different Predators. Different stories.
But still, I still kind of consider it as like different universes because it is different Predators and different stories. But I kind of do see it as like a universe because we're getting different time. I want to say timelines, but I think that's not the word I want to use. It's something else I'm looking for. But that's why I kept saying.
That's technically what it is. Yeah, you're right though.
But I really do feel like it's something else.
Like different.
Because
he got the samurai joint. It got the Viking. What else I had in there? Did they have a Viking, samurai Viking? Did they have a World War II in there?
Yeah. There's World War II, World War III, kind of, or war, like one of the wars, I believe.
Yeah, World War I, one of the World Wars.
Yeah, which I was very surprised by that. And then there was something else, I can't remember what it was. But there was like I felt like it was like 4 or 5 of them. I think it was. I might have to look at the trailer again. But I mean, it's kind of like it is kind of dry with Predator, but I feel like Predator it's easier to do Predator than you can do with Aliens because, again, Aliens just has, like I said, we just had that problem we already had, the rabbit hole we got to dive in versus Predator. It's not hard to dive in the rabbit hole. It's just like, okay, you can do multiple different things with Predator. So it's easy to do it, and you can already go the routes you can go with, especially if you're doing an animation form. It makes it a lot easier because of the fact that you can expand the vision of it. So that's why I'm like, that's why I'm like kind of like impressed with this. So it's like this is one I can actually definitely see because it is an animation form and it's not as like like an actual horror movie, but it's like you kind of get to see different versions of him and how it goes. Right. I mean, if they try to make, and I'd say if they try to make this into, and when I say a series, and I'm not talking about as different universes. I mean, if you pick one of those series or one of those universes and make it into a series, you have something. I mean, you can actually do it, but doing a series of different universes, different timelines, you can do it. But it's like, okay, like how many times are you gonna do Predator in different timelines when we can just see what you can do versus?
Well, hey, here's like the backstory on Predator, right? So the reason why I said it's not like a universe, that it's a race, right? It's a race that every time humanity gets to a certain point in weaponry or fighting and stuff like that, they come down to fight them.
Okay. Yeah.
If you make any sense. So that's why the timeline situation, you know what I'm saying, is like that, where they get dropped into different situations and stuff like that. Because it's different eras of our war-like path. You know what I'm saying? Us in war. So like I would have loved to seen a Predator in Rome, or, you know what I'm saying, during like the Spartan, like, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
fighting a Spartan or something, like that it would be wild.
Oh,
or
yeah.
a Persian or an Egyptian. Like they can go so many times of our history where we have empires where our military strengths are like the biggest and, you know, strongest and stuff like that. And like really like so what you saying, yeah, you know what I'm saying, like definitely to have like all those can be its own separate movie, which technically that's
They're
kind of
doing.
that's kind of what they've been doing and stuff. But you know what I'm saying, this kind of speeds it up. Like, oh no, you thought they was only in like one size and stuff like that. Nah, bro, we got the
Yeah.
Broly joint. We got the Broly looking one. We got the bald head one. Y'all thought them all they all had dreads. Nah, we got the bald head one. So it almost make it look like a race full of Viltrumites or Saiyans. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of like, but that's the backstory is like every time we peak to our military and technical like peaks or whatever, they hunt because they you know, they be like, oh yeah, it's time to fight. Oh, I heard some fighting's going on down here. Oh, y'all got guns now.
Wouldn't it be funny? They actually have like a clip where do like the same thing, like the King the Conqueror, like you show all the canes and stuff, they show that with Predator. Yeah. Oh my god, you'd be like, whoa, there's too many to count here. What's going on here?
Yeah. Well, actually, hold on. I think they kind of do like there's this one where they showed the ship, the mothership. And I believe
how like the technology we had, like you know what we know now, like you know art and everything else, like now compared to like back then. Like show us like a real better like you know spaceship, or you know showing what they are, the planet, whatever kind of situation like that. Give us a little bit more of a detail than just like how it was back then.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying, just like it would be. Yeah, it would be cool. We already.
It would be cool, like especially what you're saying if it's a multiversal situation with different technologies and stuff. That would be cool. The reason why I'm just kind of trying to figure is because like I said, they're a race, so it's like they their technology hasn't changed. And it's like been the same this whole time. So basically, it's more like us changing, because they like even in Prey, dude had like a phaser and other like cloaking technology and all the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? They got the same little they're they play with us pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Because they're superior evidently. You know what I'm saying? But they that would be cool if they do have like some kind of like where you see a whole bunch of them and it's like, bruh, we can't fight all you. And all y'all the same? All y'all sitting up here whooping tail? Nah, bro, that would be crazy. Or an invasion of them.
Oh,
that will be insane.
Oof.
That will be insane. Like a whole. Have you seen Three Body Problem yet? Three body problem.
No.
Okay. I ain't gonna spoil that. But I was thinking along the lines of like how they was talking about or no, not even that. Okay, have you seen Invasion yet? Okay, so like with Invasion, you know how like the aliens just kind of pop up, and like at the end, you thought you was dealing with one, but at the end, like a whole bunch of them start popping up. Like, what if there was all predators? And they all, man, first of all, you coming down with your spider face.
I'm out.
Bro, yeah, man, I'm out. Y'all got fishnet stockings and spider faces with dreads. That's crazy. Nah, I'm like, y'all got it. And y'all can turn invisible? Nah, we gonna have to.
I'm good. I'm good.
We gonna have to. Yeah, nah, y'all tripping. Y'all got too many things going on with y'all. You know what I'm saying? We give up. You can have the planet. All right, so our last topic. Ryan Coogler. So the recent the recent Ryan Coogler movie, Sinners,
Mm-hmm.
vampire movie. Now, when we first saw the trailer, we was like,
for a minute.
is there vampires? But then, like, is his twin like the devil? Like what's going on with it? And then, like, the second trailer came out, we got a better, oh, it's a vampire movie. So now that the movie's out, of course, ratings have been, nothing but good. A good vampire movie.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of Marvel. But it has to do with a Marvel director. A Marvel director directed this. So, or, I guess you can call him a Marvel director. But with his ratings for this last movie being so great, right? So good. Like it did some, it's doing numbers.
That's what I'm hearing.
Like, how do you feel about Ryan Coogler being the person they should have went to for the Blade movie that recently got canceled?
Oof. I mean,
your mic kind of went up. I hear you. I got you.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I don't know why.
It's raining. It's raining over here.
Well, it did it before, but it caught up real quick. But anyways, to answer that question, if he did Blade, he would do Blade justice. He would do it the right way. If he, like I said, because he done so he's done Sinners, he's done the Black Panther, he's done those, and got already high reviews.
Rock, he did. Rocky.
Creed.
What's those movies called?
Creed. He got good reviews on that. So it's like you got a man who's literally knows his stuff, is actually on point with everything. So pretty much, if you give him to do Blade, he will do it justice, do it the right way. It needs to be done. To me, I feel like, and this is me going to my horn on this one and everything else, but I feel like, to me personally, I feel like he would be better just doing almost, and I'm not really going to say true, but I feel like he'd be better doing all the Marvels and doing it like justice.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to go another way with it. Okay. No, I thought you were going another way with it. I thought you was about to say he's better off doing all the black stuff for Marvel.
Oh, God. No.
Which honestly, that's kind of how
I agree too. But I feel like give him the reins of doing Marvel, because he's gonna, like, if you see how, I'm not saying the resume, but you see the stuff that he's been doing with all of them and seeing the result. Like, Sinners is not really a Marvel movie. Sinners is just his own thing, and it's already doing massive numbers. So for him to do massive numbers for that, do massive number for Creed, massive numbers for the Black Panther, that's a Marvel movie. You definitely give him Blade. Let him do Blade. Let him do it the way it needs to be done. Do it correctly, and you have Blade, no problem. Like, even I would say even give him the X-Men. I even say give him the X-Men.
Yeah. Hey, that makes sense.
Because you can't if you keep getting different directors to do Blade and they keep getting canceled left and right nonstop, you're not going to get anything or get anywhere. Give it to him, let him do it, let him do it his way, and it'll come out the way you need to come out with no problem. That's how I feel.
All right. Yeah. And that's definitely, like, I kind of echo those sentiments, but I would probably, like, I wouldn't give him all of Marvel. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he can do with those Marvel characters and what he can't do with Marvel characters. But I do know one thing: when it comes down to black stories, he can definitely do a black story within a superhero setting or a supernatural setting. So, you know what I'm saying? I have confidence in that, as well as, like you said, X-Men. So with X-Men, the interesting thing with X-Men is the fact that they were modeled after the civil rights leaders anyway, and civil rights for you know, different looking people in the first place. So it would make sense for him to actually like be the one to do the new X-Men stuff in Marvel or something like that. I would love to see him do that. You know what I'm saying? I hate the fact that they canceled Blade
again.
They're not picking it back up. They're not canceling it back up. I'm not picking it back up. No, this is like
they're done with.
Cancel. This is done with. Like, they're actually going to focus Blade. Like, Blade is not going though. Let's not get it wrong. Let's not get to. He's not.
As a
he
character,
like him.
It's just
the character's still there. But the solo movie. Yeah, and so I feel like, you know, with Ryan, this is how I feel he would have did. Now, yes, he did his own vampire movie. It has great reviews. But I think Ryan, he's such a humble guy. He respects OGs. He respects what people do. He would actually bring Wesley in to help. Not I don't want to say he would cast him in there or something like that, because he probably could. But I'm just saying, like, maybe just to help direct it, help write it. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that Marvel wasn't doing, which was crazy. Because it was like, why wouldn't you do that? Like, that makes more sense. Like, to have the person that nailed this Blade character. Matter of fact, you know what's crazy? Wesley Snipes' Blade is a lot different from the comic book Blade.
Yep.
And his Blade, he made Blade more like badass. I'm going to be honest. Like, he really made it more... I mean, Blade was already badass, but he really made it hip and urban, like cool. Like you were able to. Okay, so the Blade represented up in that remember the Spider-Man animation? Remember when Blade was introduced in there? He was alright. You know what I'm saying? It was still kind of like stereotypical, but when we finally go into a live action. You made this live action Blade. You chose Wesley Snipes, one of the most actors ever, to do it. Like to act. Period. Like you made the right call right there. But Wesley added some realness to Blade, some real black situations to Blade, right? Where we can understand it. He made it cool. He didn't make it like a corny little some kind of trope or something like that. Ryan Coogler does that for Black Panther. He does the same exact thing for Black Panther. What's crazy is Wesley Snipes, when he first went to Marvel, he offered them a Black Panther script. That was his original superhero he wanted to play in Marvel. He wanted to make a Black Panther film. He gave him a script, gave him a pitch, all that. They turned him down. They called him back for Blade. Because vampires at that time, but the late 90s going into 2000, they were,
like,
they was stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And all that stuff like that.
Yeah, all of that. Like Underworld. Just that gothic feel was really kind of popping off around that time. You know what I'm saying?
This makes sense.
So, y'all brought Wesley in like, oh man, yeah, he came for us Black Panther, but hey, bro, let's get him over here. And, he do martial arts too? His own stuff? Oh, get him in here. He saved y'all from actually going bankrupt. Marvel Films. It was Marvel Films at the time. Marvel Studios was Marvel Films at the time. He saved the MCU. So it's crazy that y'all would not. I don't know how much he went to Wesley or anything as far as Black Panther. Maybe he didn't at all. But it's crazy that these two gentlemen wouldn't have worked together. But the perfect opportunity would be for a new Blade film. And then on top of that, you have Mahershala Ali. So you will have Mahershala, Wesley, and Ryan putting their heads together to make probably a masterpiece.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I feel like they missed the opportunity, man. Like hearing what's going on with Sinners, I'm like, oh no, he gets it. He gets it. He knows how to make a good film.
Yeah.
And it just, he has a cheat code, of course, because I can actually see him make. You know, it's crazy. Okay, Mahershala Ali is Blade, right? But I can see Michael B. Jordan being Blade.
I can see that too.
Literally seeing him with the vampire teeth up in this joint, like, I was like, oh, that would be crazy, bro. And I was like, I can kind of see it leaning that way if Ryan had, you know what I'm saying, picked up Blade or whatever like that. I'm like, he was a great Killmonger, but
I mean,
he can be a badass Blade too. But definitely, man, I think Ryan definitely is a talented director. Definitely a talent writer. He has vision. He learned from the greats like what's my man name from Singleton, John Singleton. He learned from him. And he worked with some of these actors, you know, that actually has kind of, you know what I'm saying, hey, what if I say it like this, that's in the third, so he can kind of coach and be like, I kind of want this energy right here, you know what I'm saying? And when you have those elements and you keep adding on and stuff like that, you become seasoned within, you know what I'm saying, entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not finna say he can't this. You know, everybody gonna, you know, have a bad film that they think is great. You know what I'm saying? But not everybody think it's great. But you know, hey, definitely, I think if they would have gave him a shot at that, and I think don't quote me. I think that was rumored that people thought that Marvel was trying to go to him for Blade because he did a good job with Black Panther. And the whole thing about Wesley trying to, you know, make the first Black Panther film, you know what I'm saying, kind of like was brought up. So it was kind of like, hell yeah, like what if he do that? What's crazy is too, Deadpool Wolverine. What your boy do? What's his name?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan sit up here and brought Wesley in. And guess what Wesley did? He made Blade that ass on there. Like, even the suit was, I was like, oh, y'all in trouble, man. How did Ryan with a sploof? I don't even know, I don't want to call it a spoof, but how does Ryan, that is crazy, bro. That is crazy. Ryan gave us ideas. I think Marvel's probably like giving Ryan the middle finger, like, F you, why'd you do that? Because you had Wesley after that, like, yeah, you can't make no Blade move without Blade, you know. But anyway, so all right, so that will do it for our topics for today. Write your comments down in the comments section if you haven't already. But tell us what you think about Ryan Reynolds if he would be Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler if he would be a great director. Ryan Coogler, if he would be a great director for Blade, let us know down in the comments section. Also, too, for Predator, do you think the Predator universe is a little more easier to do than the Alien universe, and how do you feel about those films? I'm pretty sure there's some people out here that will probably disagree with us, saying like, "What do you not get? What do you not get?" Trust me, the wormhole goes
deeper
a lot deeper than what you think. Like, some stuff will go over people. I can actually get it, but you know what I'm saying, at the same time, when you don't make your films in alphabetical order and stuff like that, sometimes it's kind of it kind of get lost in translation to some people sometimes. So hey, man, bear with us, man. It's not like we're trying to,
like, we're perfect or anything.
Like, no, it's not like we're trying to like take a dump on Alien.
Like
we just don't understand. We just don't understand where they're going.
That's all.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all they. You know what I'm saying? I just need a little quick breakdown, and then tell us, what did you think about Star Wars celebration this year? Was it lackluster? Was it trash? Was it good? Did you enjoy it? You know what I'm saying? Let us know. Let us know. All right, so let's get into our trailers. We have let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I was gonna do 5, but I'll save that for next week. Or yeah, next week. Trailer just came out. Uh-oh, hold on. There it is. All right, you know it's gonna double up when I click on it, so be patient with that. All right, so our first trailer for today, we're gonna take a look at it and give our little opinions on, is Fantastic Four: First Steps. Finally, we have an official bigger trailer, so we're gonna take a look at that. Before we go any further, yes. Can you hear that? Good. All right, let's go.
Wow, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head up into space and come back forever changed.
This car?
Our city, our planet, owe a debt to these intrepid souls. And while we can never repay them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four.
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
Herbie, how's that sauce looking? Okay. That is fantastic.
You're late.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You late?
I just said that.
Are you pregnant?
What? You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing is going to change.
Franklin?
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
It's my fault.
Hey,
I stretched the bounds of space. And they hurt.
Are we safe?
I don't know.
No.
There's not enough time.
I'm not giving up. We will face this together. We will fight it together. As a family. It has to be us.
We will protect you.
Oh, the shoes, cuz. All right, hold on. Let me see where we at. Boom. All right. What'd you think about that?
I was not expecting it. Galactus I expected, but was not expecting the Silver Surfer already in play. And oh boy.
I thought I told you this. I know I told you this. I said it's going.
Oh no! I wasn't even thinking about the female part. I was just no.
No, I'm saying.
I remember.
Remember
I remember a while back. I
was like, Silver Surfer coming, and it's female.
Yeah, but I didn't know. Like, I thought it was like down the road. But I didn't expect it to be like in the Fantastic Four, like instantly. No.
You can't have Galactus without Silver Surfer. That's
true.
That's the little usher. Like, hey, y'all good? Hey, my boss about to come and tear y'all up. So
yeah. I was like, oh boy, here we go. Well, at least it's trailers. At least we got a little bit more detail now compared to the first two we got. Yeah,
Franklin.
But yeah, so this, I'm still, as I said last time. Like I said, I think the first time I actually watched the first trailer, I was like, I need more information, more details. So the second one, I was like, okay, it looks interesting, but I think I'm gonna wait. Third one, now we got this full one. I'm still on the same page because, again, I'm still sticking to the same thing I said before with the Fantastic Four. The last time we saw the second trailer, it was just like, how many Fantastic Fours we went through, how many times we've gone through this. It's like, come on now. And I'm like, granted, yes, we get Galactus and we got the Silver Surfer both in the same film. I still in the same spot. I was like, I am going to wait. I'm not in a big hurry for this movie or anything else because, to me personally, like I said, this to me Fantastic Four movies. Too many times, like, we've been getting the same, almost not say storyline, but the same like reboots constantly over and over and over again with either different villains popping up. Now we're just having this that's now going to be part of the Marvel universe of what we have now, because now that Doom is on the way in the process. So again, I'll wait. I'll wait on this one. That's my opinion.
So for me, it's very interesting that they're introducing Franklin so far. So this is let me see. All right, so just a little backstory. This is not taking place in the MCU yet. So it's kind of like, well, it's in our MCU, but it's not in MCU. Like, they're in a different universe. They're in a different Earth. So I am speculating this, since we're having multiverse situations still going on. I'll speculate in this. The Fantastic Four is somewhat of like the first Inhumans, I want to say, or whatever. They're the first family of, Marvel in general. But, you know what I'm saying? They're like the first Inhumans. They got their powers from a freak accident in space. Of course, we know the storyline. Who else got their powers at that same time was Dr. Doom. So, him not being in there, I believe he done something. And I'm sure he did. Whatever he did, where he's not even in here, or even mentioned, or at least yet, we don't know. We haven't seen the film. Like, on top of that, Marvel is good by misleading us, and as soon as we go to the movies, it's a whole different situation. But Galactus coming, he has been, like summoned when Reed went up to Earth or went up to space for another time. Whatever Reed did, he did something where he attracted Galactus for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Now, Galactus, some people like to think of him as a celestial. He's actually, in the comics, not necessarily a celestial, but he kind of is. Like, there's one comic where he is, and there's one comic where he's not. I mean, he's as big as a celestial. I think he is still a part of celestial. But let's just say he is celestial, and they're in a whole different other universe. Now, whatever situation's going on, maybe it could have been a situation where he got sealed off in this universe with the Fantastic Four of that time. And that Fantastic Four hasn't went through certain other situations, like a World War II, you know what I'm saying, where Captain America was made or something like that. And so they don't have Steve Rogers over there. So they have the Fantastic Four. And so something happens where they have been, you know what I'm saying, like, something messes up their little timeline where Galactus comes to their planet way too early, or he comes to their planet at all. You know what I'm saying? I theorize that whatever he did, he's not trying to eat the planet, but he wants to see who is this person with this power that can rip into another dimension, or, you know what I'm saying, another timeline. Who can go into another universe? Who just ripped this universe? Because I just saw this rip. Like, who did that? So I have a theory that he's basically coming to see who did that, and destroy everything else. But take that power and destroy everything else, right? Because he scales down. We see him walking through the city of New York. So Galactus actually scales down. So obviously he wants to talk. You know what I'm saying? He ain't there to destroy the planet just yet. He could have did that, but outside the planet when he was, big. He could have ate it like an apple or something. So something going on with that. I honestly, personally think Franklin has the ability to get Galactus back to where he came from. And so that's why he's actually really coming down there. He's trying to harness Franklin's power. Even though, he in the belly. You don't know if he got powers yet. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know that he a mutant. You know what I mean? Like the X-Men ain't even there yet. Or maybe they are. We don't know. There could be so many surprises in this situation. Now, I heard some other theories and stuff like that, but I really think that, Galactus is trying to come kill Franklin or take Franklin. You know what I'm saying? Because of Reed. Because of what Reed did. Now, I don't know if Doom got something to do with that too. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, hey. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Telling the Silver Surfer, hey, you see them people over there? That's my op. They want to get ate. Go eat them up, pause. So yeah, that's what I think about this trailer. It definitely got my brain going.
There it is. There's a rabbit hole.
Well, I mean, no, y'all just heard it. That was my rabbit hole. That was my rabbit hole. It's not gonna go deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens.
You say that, but
no, it won't go deeper than that until we get the film and stuff. Basically, it already went there. So really now it's like, hey, let's get to it. Like, when does it come out? Like June? July?
I think it's July.
Yeah. Because okay, if Thunderbolts come out next month.
Next week.
Next
week.
Huh?
Thunderbolts, next month.
Yeah, but if they come out next month, then that means that gives. Ooh, have they ever did a back-to-back like that? Like 2 months apart?
I don't think so.
I don't think they ever did a 2 month. I know they did maybe a 3 month, but not a 2 month. Hey, whatever. I mean, they don't really have nothing to do with each other, right? So, All right, so let's get our next one as soon as I get this.
You okay?
Okay, here we go. All right.
Yep.
You hear that?
Yeah.
I know you did.
Love it.
All right, so I know what you did last summer.
Baby, you okay? Why don't you go upstairs and do that guided meditation you like?
Thank you. Find a peaceful setting.
Hey, what you just put in that tub, though?
Imagine a white light calling you.
Hello?
Now, feel that love entering your body.
How would you?
And emanating out from your chest.
Yep.
Take a deep breath in. And remember, the energy you give to the universe always comes back to you.
Come here. She's having a nice little bath.
Some kind of karma for what we did. What if someone saw what happened?
Nice little blood bath.
You need to handle this. This isn't the first time there's been violence like this in Southport. It's not going to stop.
I need to start drinking. Someone is coming after us. I need your help.
Ow.
I just have one question. What did you do last summer?
This place is so beautiful, it makes me want to die.
Yeah, who says that? Like that.
In 2009, MTV.
Why would you say that? Like,
yeah,
that's team
yeah,
mom
that's
right
it.
there. All right, so what do you think
First
about
of
that?
all, let me say it's very surprising to see both Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt. Like, I was like, when are they gonna look?
Makes me gonna want to
The
go
old
watch
one.
That's
Yeah. I want to go back and watch the old one. Because there was a clip that I saw that caught my attention, and I couldn't really see very well. And it was like the gravestone. It was the gravestone that actually had a picture of someone, and I feel like I'm trying to think like who was actually. Because I know it was Freddie Prinze Jr., Jennifer Love Hewitt. I think Sarah Michelle Gellar was in there too. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the first one, like in the really original. Yeah.
Look that up.
Give me 1 second. Yep. Oop. Yeah, here we go. Boom. It was. Yep, Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yep, there she is.
Okay, so
that was her grave. And I was looking at her, like, is that Sarah Michelle Gellar's picture? Like that. So yeah.
It's crazy that I think only 2 people died in the first film, and I think only 2 people died in the second.
So no, Sarah Michelle Gellar and Sarah Michelle Gellar's character and Ryan Phillips, I believe, are the 2 that died. But then let's say Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. are the only ones who survived. So
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, because it was very surprising to see how they look now, and like I'm kind of seeing how they look now, but I'm kind of curious, like, what characters are they like? Are they still playing their original characters, but just like what they're doing, like what they're doing now, like as of what's happening now?
Yeah.
So that's one thing that caught my attention. But as for the movie goes, it feels like it's about to take it up. I feel like we're gonna take it up to the next level of like horror on this one, because that after seeing the intro of this, Brody gets shot with an arrow, and like he was like, "Oh, we think like dude got stabbed in the back." No, he got shot.
He got shot with that harp on, whatever that thing. Yeah.
Okay, we stepped, and then
the dude pulled it out. That's what's crazy. He pulled it out. Pause. He pulled it out his shoulder.
Exactly.
Like, I'm like, bro, you can pull it out like that.
Yeah,
my god.
Yeah, so then chick drops a bath ball, and they're like freaking blood. I'm like, what?
Yeah, like what is that?
Like, what is that?
Okay, that might be a female thing. That's something maybe you should know that they do or something. Like when it's that time and they taking a bath and they drop the bomb in it. That must be something that. Don't comment about that. Don't talk about it. We just being guys right now. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Anyways, but as far as like the movie goes, yes, I feel like I think they're stepping it up a little bit now with this, because we know how horror gets in this, but I think they're stepping up because I think now we're in the stage of like we're not gonna go super intense of like the gore, but it's not as gore. It's just okay. We're just gonna take we're still giving the same name. We're gonna take it up a notch in the horror. We're bringing back Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt. As we don't know who out of their original characters, but doing something different now, or whatever. So it's just it's a good amount of questions to ask. But I mean, it looks interesting, and I feel like I might need one more trailer. Just like the trailer's good enough, but I feel like I just need maybe one more, just for like, not for clarification, for I think another clue I'm looking for, just to have an idea, because the I guess who's ever playing whoever is in this one, she's asks her like I need your help or anything else, and then she says, what did you do last summer? And I'm like, okay, now you leave me a question mark here. What's going on here? So it looks good. I mean, as far as it looks good, I definitely think it's going to do. I'm not saying it's going to do good. I think we just need an extra parody and different things like that. So,
yeah. So I feel like it's another Scream type 6 situation. I feel like it kind of looks like they might be playing their original roles. You know what I'm saying? And now they're like teachers and whatever, and you know what I'm saying, of that town or whatever like that, and they've been down this road before. So when she was like asking her, you know, what you do last summer type thing, that's something that you know what I'm saying that she went through with her friends. Like it ain't been like this in years. Like you know what I'm saying. This what they said up in that let me see.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, so basically she was saying like you know like what you do last summer or whatever like that. It kind of just looks more like, you know what I'm saying, she been down this road before, of course. And the way she slowly turned, I'm like, normally, especially how they did in the Scream and stuff like that, they reprising their roles. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's her old character. But if she's not, and this is like a total reboot, that would be very interesting what they're doing with it. You know what I'm saying? But if it's like that, like I said, I threw it out earlier, that word, that light reboot, where it's like the newer generation type thing, and you know the older people are there to kind of like, what you do, you know what I'm saying, what happened with such and such, da da da, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised, but this is something I wouldn't go to the movies for. But I mean, it doesn't look like it's less interesting. It just looks like, you know, like this is something I'd rather watch on Paramount Plus, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're not wrong about that. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, because to me, it's like with somewhat reboots or anything else, this one of those things where it's like, in order for me to actually go to the theaters and you're doing a reboot or somewhat of a reboot, it has to really catch my interest to like say, all right, I'll go see it in theaters. This one doesn't feel like it, but it does. Like, let's take a simple prime example. The trailer that we did for Final Destination, the new one. That one I will go see in theaters because of the fact of like it's more of a prequel with a lot of questions, everything else, and it's like you want to see everything in full force or like in full perspective.
Yeah, because I think it's in 3D too, right? Or something.
So I look again, but yeah, that's a movie I would like go see in theaters because of the fact of like we know the story behind it and everything else, and now we're getting something that's a prequel to lead into all the questions how this whole thing started, and it's like, yo, I want to go in the theaters to see this, even though yes, it's a horror movie, but again, I want to go see it in theaters because we know the story behind it. Now we're getting a prequel to pretty much explain everything, and we get to see it in full force in the theater. With sound and all.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think that one, that Final Destination, that's definitely going to be probably a better film than this one. But
I mean,
you know,
look at the reactions from it. It was just like we went down the rabbit hole together, Paul.
I think on the Final Destination stuff. I think it always kind of gets our attention, especially our generation. Like it gets our attention because the stuff that they died from and how they died is like, oh, that could be real. Because like at first they started off with the plane, like okay, boom, dang, the plane blew up type stuff. Then we had like a 9/11 situation, you know what I'm saying? So that definitely had people scared, you know what I'm saying? Like even going to air, you know what I'm saying? Period. But then y'all do I think it was either the second one or third one with the highway joint. Like, bro, I drive the highway all the time.
Second one was the highway. The third one was the plane.
Yeah.
And it was
no, the first one the plane. Unless the first one's the plane. The second was a highway.
No. Yeah. So no, the first one was the airplane. The second one was the freeway. The highway.
That was the highway.
The third one was the amusement park. Yes.
A roller coaster. Then the fourth one was like
the fourth one in my head.
I think that was a racetrack. Yeah, that was a racetrack. The fourth one was a racetrack. And then the fifth one I can't remember.
Yeah, I think I was the first three I ended up watching. I didn't watch 4 and 5. But
yeah. But four was like stretching it, like the Speedway joint, like that was stretching it. Like the amusement park, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because we've heard and seen things. You know what I'm saying? The second one, dude, you on the highway and you know what I'm saying with the truck with the law, like bro, that's my biggest fear. Like a car blowing up, or I'm driving or something. Like
I literally
oh my
was driving my aunt to the airport, and I saw it. I was like, oh god, and that's like the first thing popped in my head.
See,
I was like, nope.
See,
like,
what's crazy is you look, you go into the airport, and you're right behind some crazy truck with the thing. That's two movies that just happened to you.
In one go. I'm like, oh, I hate this.
Did you ride past a Six Flags too? Oh, okay. I was about to say, if you roll past Six Flags,
if I was living in a different spot and had past Six Flags.
If you was in Douglasville going to the airport on the highway,
then you got all three in the process. Yeah, then it'd be a problem.
Yeah, like nah, that's a sign.
Yeah,
that's
I got
crazy.
all three in the same boat, and I just watched the trailer for this. No, thank you. I'm good. I'm like, hey, yo, I'm not coming to work today. I'm sorry. I'm still scared for my life right now. Like, why? I just drove by.
I'm gonna walk to work.
I just drove by Six Flags. I drove by a truck that had some wood on their paws, some logs on their paws, and then dropped my aunt at the airport too in the process. And I came back home and did see the same thing again. Yeah, I'm not coming to work. You ain't gonna see me for a couple of days.
I'm be like, hey, I'm gonna walk to work, and they're gonna be like, just take the day off. That's a long walk. Yeah. I'm gonna walk to work.
Oh my god.
All right, let's get into this next trailer. But yeah, so definitely shout out to I Know What You Did Last Summer. I just you know what? That one's actually wasn't really like even the original. It really didn't catch my attention that much. You know what I'm saying? There was some crazy stuff because we was into thrillers, but it really didn't catch my attention. All right, so we're looking at The Predator Badlands. This is the movie I was talking about that's going to be coming out November, I believe, November 7th. Before that series that we watched the last time. So this is the trailer for Predator Badlands. That skull right there. That's the skull everybody's talking about. The one in the middle, the one smack dab in the middle. That's the alien from Independence Day. Okay. And this is on a Predator ship. That's what it looks like. I think I know what they're talking about.
I didn't think you survived. You're hunting something that can't be killed.
All right, so what you think?
In question mark? It's like my whole brain just went a complete question mark. Like, what just happened? Man, I don't know. I feel like one part of the ending, like you were fighting the anaconda, another part seemed like fighting another predators, and I'm like, there's so many questions. I mean,
man, that looked like he was fighting Kong for a minute, like that was coming through them shadows. Like, what was it talking about? And then you talking to a robot human thing, like
I'm like, so many questions. There's so many questions. I need more. I need more. I need another trailer. Sorry, this. Be serious.
Maybe Alien does connect to this. Now that I've seen this trailer, maybe the Alien universe connects to this some form of fashion. The reason why I'm saying that is because the android lady,
Man, I need.
She kind of feels like the android from Prometheus. So,
I need another trailer. I need some. I got questions. I got a lot of questions, and I don't even know where to begin. I need another trailer. That's all I can leave it right there.
So, but let me give mine real quick. I think it's gonna be a good film. It's made by the directors of Prey. So Prey was a pretty good Predator film, which was only on Netflix, I believe. It didn't go to theaters. I want to say it came out in 2021. Yeah, 2021 maybe. But definitely, or maybe 2022. Anyway, whatever it came out after COVID. You know what I mean? So, but it was on Hulu. This one's going to theaters, so it kind of looks like it's a Prodigy situation. I don't know who the Predator was hunting in that mask, but for some reason I feel like it might be a hybrid of a human and a Predator. But also too, I guess the Predator they were showing, I think that's a hybrid for some reason. Some reason I feel like this has a lot to do with Predator hybrids. Or young predators trying to it just felt like this trailer felt like the Predator is being more championed and more like the good guy in this situation, and whatever they're hunting is the bad guy, which we always know the Predator to be the bad guy in every film. You know what I'm saying? So this one seems like you get, it's like you're more sympathetic with this Predator for some reason. You know what I'm saying? And I think like it's a younger one. Definitely looks like a young one. But I really feel like this might be a Predator hybrid. Because there's something about that younger one or that one they showed or whatever that was, you know what I'm saying? He looked different. And what I mean by different is he looked different to a point where he doesn't look fully predator-ish. Yeah, if that makes sense.
I know what you mean.
So I mean, nothing happened in Prey that I can remember. Like somebody got pregnant or something with a Predator baby or something like that. I can't remember. I gotta have to watch Prey again. So I don't know. I don't know if this is a direct sequel or some kind of new little story with another Predator, but definitely it has vibes of the Predator's the good guy. So we'll see what pops off. I know you said you would probably need some more content.
I need another trailer because there's so many questions.
Yeah,
especially like what it was fighting, like some anaconda looking and like enemy or whatever. It could be.
Well, what it was at the end right there, the last clip, it was the part of that big thing. Like that's like like there was that scene where it kind of looked like traps or whatever, and it looks like spikes was coming out. That was actually like a part from that big thing, whatever that was. And so that big thing is some type of, I don't know, and it's on. I don't know if it's even on Earth. It don't say it's on Earth, so I don't think this is even.
Okay, like
Earth
I said, I'm still in the same boat. I need questions. I need another trailer. I need questions. Questions to be answered.
Right. So But we'll see what's going on. It comes out November the
Or if we get
7th.
another trailer and it's a little bit better with a little more info, and I may have a different answer. So as of right now, I'm in the question mark right now. So.
All right, let's see. Next trailer. Yeah, here we go. Wednesday, season 2. I think this came out on a Wednesday.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens.
Anything else on your person?
Brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
You care to explain this?
Sun cream, seriously?
This is the first time you've ever willingly returned to a school. How does it feel?
Like returning to the scene of the crime.
Howdy, Ruby.
I already know where the bodies are buried. Let's play dolls. I mean, it is a little creepy, but the curls are super soft. It's made from real human hair. Wherever there's murder and mayhem, you will always find an Adams.
Every family has dark secrets, Wednesday. And secrets can have deadly consequences.
You don't need to worry about me, Mother. I do my best work in the dark.
August. All right. All right, so what do you think about it?
I've been waiting to get a better trailer. I've been waiting for a trailer for this. I am so happy we finally got a trailer. One thing caught my attention, and I feel like I need to rewatch it again because I think I saw someone that caught my attention, and I may have to do some research. I feel like I've seen Robert Downey Jr. in this for some reason. I could be wrong, but it was like super quick and super fast. I was like, is that it? No, that can't be. It can't be Robert Downey Jr. There's no way. It is super quick. So it was a super quick, like instantly seen it and then just like went through. I'm like, okay, like I gotta look at the trailer again just to kind of see. But anyways, yeah. So that's my little thing here. As far as this, I have been anticipating this series. I'm very happy that we finally are now getting the season 2. But I'm questionable about this part 1 and part 2 because this is something I actually had talked to Vito basically off like backstage basically about this. That or actually no, it was actually on stage, but anyways. Yeah.
No, it was
okay. Yeah. So basically, I said before that like,
hey, we've been almost.
Yeah.
Like,
so I'm trying to remember. But anyway, yeah. So like I said before, with being part 1 and part 2, I don't know if we're doing an hour or we're doing 30 minutes because when you like in the world of like me doing anime and stuff like that, usually when you do part 1 and part 2s, you usually get 30 minutes. Sometimes you get an hour. It just depends. And they're breaking the 2 parts. That's usually how series work sometimes. So I don't know if we're getting a complete full hour, which I think that's what we're going to get. But the question is, how many episodes are we going to get of part 1? And how many episodes are we going to get of part 2? So that's one of my biggest questions I have with that. As far as Wednesday itself, I'm very excited. I'm actually ready for this. I've been waiting ever since it been announced that it's getting a season 2 because the first season ended. I was like, okay, what can you give me with season 2? Because I know there's more happening because there's still a lot of questions, a lot of things happen. one thing I did notice that I think now in this one, I believe Pugsley is now going to the same school as with Wednesday. So that's one thing I did notice. I still have to get over the person who's playing Gormez, and it's one of the biggest things I had a problem with when I first watched the first season, because it was like watching Captain Zeta-Jones playing Morticia, and I forgot who's playing Gomez, and it was just like, it was hard to get past the first 5 or 10 minutes of it. I was like, oh, I can't do this. I don't want to watch it. And then apparently I was talking to someone and said, yeah, they're only in there for the first 5-10 minutes, and after that they're not there for a very long time. I was like, good. And then it got better as it goes. So, but again, they had a lot of secret.
Because ultimately,
it's not about Wednesday.
It's definitely about
that's the one thing I always have to remind myself, is that it's not about them. It's about Wednesday. But again, with Wednesday finding out the secrets of the family and different things like that, which makes it a good mystery. And that monster is back again, which means if you have not seen season 1 and you did not know who the person is, that person's returned or whatever's going on. So I'm not going to spoil it. So yeah. It's a lot of more mystery, more questions, and different things happening, which I'm liking the story, how it's going so far. And the same cast are coming back. Her roommate is actually in there still, which is kind of interesting. Which if you have not known who she really is, like I said, it's a really good series. Definitely check it out. And it's worth watching more than once. I definitely can say that. So to get season 2, I'm ready for it. So. I am going to rewatch the trailer again, because I want to make sure if I am right or wrong to see if
definitely wrong.
Okay, so you do know who it is. Yeah, yep. Okay, so thank you. Because I was going to say something, but never mind, you already answered my question. So thank you. But it just looks like him so quickly, but I said I need to rewatch it again to make sure if I was right or wrong. But now you answered my question, so there you go. But other than that, yeah, so...
Hey, I want you to still rewatch it, though, because it is a fun time.
Oh yeah, gotta rewatch. So yeah, that's how I feel with that.
How was Geronimo? How am I not following Geronimo? I thought I was.
Wait, what? How? What?
I don't know, because I could have sworn I was following. I mean, he followed me, but I don't know how he's not following. Anyway, all right. So back to the trailer. So, I guess I get sidetracked a lot. You know what I'm saying? I got 80. But anyway, so I don't know. I like Wednesday, the season before the first season and stuff like that. Here's the thing: I have a problem with people taking one character from a whole family and stuff like that. But I also too like it. I like stuff like that because you might have had an interest in a certain character. You want them to have their own solo situation because they were interested, and you want to see how they take and stuff like that. So, Wednesday will be, especially with the Addams Family movie that came out back in the 90s. Yeah, with that, you know what I'm saying? Wednesday was a very interesting character. A lot of teens and young kids and stuff like that related more to Wednesday then. So then that draws for a interesting, what we have now. You know what I'm saying? I think that's literally that motivation, because when you see people dress up on Halloween, a lot of times they dress up as Wednesday. They dress up as Wednesday. Not a lot of women dress up as Morticia until, a certain point of age and stuff like that, and they start dressing up like Morticia, and you got to have a certain body type for Morticia and blah, blah, blah. So, but definitely, Wednesday was a standout character, and I do like the fact that she has her own series and stuff like that. The first season, like I said, it felt like Addams Family meets Hogwarts or something. You know what I'm saying? Or Halloween Town. I don't want to say Hogwarts, Halloween Town. Yeah. That actually makes more sense right there. There it is. Yeah. So it felt, you know what I'm saying, it was cool. It was cool. It was cool for what it is. Second season, it looks like they're, still on the the topic of like kind of pushing what they can do and kind of expanding that world a little more and stuff like that for Wednesday and what's going on. So, hey. But yeah, I always have my little, I notice, what I'm saying, like trends and stuff. And I guess Wednesday is definitely a trend. Now, will we get sick of a trend like Wednesday? Probably. Was it happening anytime soon? Probably not. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, for some people, it could be like just a fad for right now, or it could be in some people it's something that's like, oh no, this is a beloved character. You know what I'm saying? Like they have their cult following, or not cult following, but you know what I'm saying, they following. Like me and Noto grew up on, you know what I'm saying, Addams Family. So this will be like more of like, this will be our speed. As far as like, you know what I'm saying, like we will always kind of have interest to a character like this. Is the younger crowds looking at this? They're looking at it because we're looking at it. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't gonna say that.
To add on to that as well, and I think also because the reason is because it's Jenna Ortega basically. So for her to be, that's
that too. Yeah.
So if Jenna Ortega does not play, if they were doing the third season and Jenna Ortega's not doing Wednesday, then it would kind of then it would drop because of the fact that And it's funny because I think there was, I don't remember if it was an interview or anything else, but I remember there was an interview with Jenna Ortega doing Wednesday, the first season on Wednesday. And since the original Wednesday was actually in the series, so it kind of like, it fit perfectly because you had the original Wednesday watching Jenna Ortega play her character. So that was just, so it felt right in a way. And now Jenna Ortega is back doing second season and with a whole new thing. Yeah, it's like, it's because it's Jenna Ortega. It's because of two things. It's Jenna Ortega playing Wednesday, and we grew up with the Addams Family watching Wednesday and Pugsley and all everyone else. But Wednesday is the most iconic character next to Morticia and Gomez. And Fester too. I'm sorry. And Fester. And that was back then. We already knew who played Fester back then, which is great actor of all time. So, but so I mean, so like I said, the trend, it could die down. I think it's going to die down in its own way.
Every year,
it's going to die down. But I think with Wednesday, it's going to die down in a way where I think it's going to be because of who's going to, if Jenna Ortega does not play Wednesday for season 3, if they do a season 3, that's the only way I can see it dying down. As for us, like as fans of the series, like the Addams Family was over, it's going to be more of like, okay, if this news person plays Wednesday, are you going to give us the same energy as Jenna Ortega did? That's how we're going to look at it compared to like the fans of now versus the fans of us, like back then. Because we're going to look at it from a different perspective compared to everyone else would.
Yeah, definitely. But so I think that's it because we are definitely at 2 hours. So it's definitely shout out to SandStorm for starting off us with this 2 hour 2 hour little thing we did. I'm kind of sick that he didn't get into the conversation points. Man, you know what I'm saying? But we'll definitely hear something from him. Hopefully next time. But shout out to him. Thank you for coming through. Noto, thank you always for coming through. You know what I'm saying? You always show up, always here, sometimes late, sometimes early.
Yep, there we go. Yep.
But you're here. You're always here. You're always here.
I can't leave you hanging, man. Can't.
So definitely. Thank you for taking that time to come through. I always got to do my appreciations and shout outs and stuff. So, and shout out to my man Dark Sun. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming through on the comments and stuff like that. I think we had somebody from the Twitch.
That's my side.
Stuff.
One of my artists actually who did a couple of stuff for me, Caroline. So
okay. Well, thank you for watching us on Twitch. This is a show that Noto's on every other Friday, along with his show. So I hope to see that same name next week.
Hopefully, we'll see.
for
We'll see.
Noonami. So hopefully. But anyway, before we get out of here, Noto, you want to kick out some pause?
Yeah. Okay. So, like I said, next week. Well, we're gonna start it now, but anyways, next week we got Noonami up and running. 9:30 is gonna be the time, maybe a little later. I haven't figured out a topic yet. Because last week I do apologize because it was so short and sweet and everything. I could only do maybe about an hour because I had family in town. It was my son's birthday, his first birthday, and everything else. So I kind of make this short and sweet, and it was kind of like hard to do it with him. Kind of want to go to sleep and everything at like almost midnight. So, but this time I think I should be a little bit better this time, time wise and stuff like that. So we should be in a normal space for that. As for games, I actually am going to experiment with something tomorrow. A good friend of mine who does some music on K-pop and stuff like that, he sent me a link to check out some stuff on some programming to do stream things, connect things a little bit better with OBS and OBS, Real Stream and everything else. So I will be experimenting with that tomorrow. So I'll give you guys the update on how that worked out, and also that might be the help I need to run my games and stuff, and maybe Noonami as well. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But again, next week we still got Noonami. I haven't got a topic yet. I haven't figured it out. I just haven't figured anything else yet. But that's what I got so far. So that's what I got.
All right, and y'all know the drill with us. Tomorrow, SandStorm show. Every
Saturday.
Friday.
No,
I'm saying no. I'm just saying something else. But every Friday is VitoVerse, and I think the Winging It podcast is every Sunday. Besides on holidays. So they didn't have one last week, so they're back on this week. So shout out to all our Winging It crew. We definitely love their shows. It's very interesting. They be cracking me up with the stuff they be saying on there. But definitely, if you have not already, please go follow our peoples. Please follow our other channels. We have the VitoVerse. the VitoVerse here, the Vito Variants, and VitoVerse Music. So follow those. The links are in the descriptions. Follow Noonami. The link is in the description. And follow the SandStorm Rebirth channel. The link is in the description. We are doing a $100 giveaway for one of those channels. So what I want y'all guys to do is, please, keep your ears open on the SandStorm show. Not here.
Not on Noonami.
Not on VitoVerse. But keep your ears on the SandStorm show to hear more about the Vito Variants $100 giveaway. Again, Vito Variants $100 giveaway. So just keep your ears open for that. But we are having a giveaway here on this channel for a free subscription to any, free gift card to any streaming service of your choice. We're on our road to 300 here on this channel. So we have 2 different giveaways. On top of that, we have another giveaway going on the SandStorm show, and it might rhyme with the word itch and who?
Yeah.
Who we talking about? All right, but yeah. Anyway, we're having a giveaway for a Switch 2 there on the SandStorm show. So if you want to enter that, and you want to enter this one or any of our giveaways, subscribe. And yes, we can see who subscribes and comment. So we're actually taking your comment on a random video, and we're seeing if you're subscribed. That's how you're being put into our raffle. Yeah. Literally, that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we got to go, guys.
I want to say one more thing real quick. I want to say one more thing real quick before I make sure. Also, if you guys I'm also bringing this up now. If you do see some stuff in the background and everything else, as you can see, if you may see boxes up, this is going to be the process of me actually working on trying to move and get into a house in the coming of months. So I'm just going to let you guys know ahead of time. So if you do see boxes in my backgrounds whatsoever, that's just letting you guys know this is me in the process of getting set up to ready to move soon. So that's all.
All right, we'll see you guys next week on Noonami.